Brownfield, Saunders, Burklow, Schomer, Wilson, Bailey, Kyle Farrell, Arlo Stowers, and Brandon Rivers. That is your top 10 here in the LO206 Cadets.
And welcome, YouTube viewers. Slight technical. Hey, look, Al Edwards just texted me, too, having issues with the broadcast question mark. No, we just got it fixed, Al.
It's because Al's not here.
I know. Well, we sometimes YouTube likes to freeze up a little bit. You got to refresh the page. But we got it working now.
Ooh, a little bit of passing action there in the S's. That would be Dean Saunders going up to second place.
And he is giving Bo Stowers a bumper full right now as he practically shoves him through turn 14. He is knocking on the door, letting them know, hey, I'm here.
Bumping's racing.
That's right, a little rubbing.
Ain't gonna hurt nothing.
And right now they're starting to spread out a little bit as he goes way low. They're going to be too wide at the start-finish line. And Dean Saunders turning the fastest lap of the race, and he's going to go ahead and dip to the inside. He's going to make the pass here. And there he goes right there, gets around Bo Stowers, your new first-place driver, Dean Saunders.
Here we come into the kink. Right now it's still the 89 of Saunders, followed by the 21 of Stowers and Brownfield. This is the battle for the podium early on, only 2 laps into this 12-lap feature here in the LO206 Cadets.
And this is one of the things I love about the kids when they get out on track is no-holds-bar racing. Gloves are off from the very beginning. These guys want to lead every single lap, and it leads to some great moments but also some great heartbreak as, guys can get punted out early.
Oh, yeah, that's always the worst-case scenario. That hurts.
And you can see some hand signals right now from your leader, Dean Saunders. I think he's trying to tell everybody to get in the line, let's go, but
choo-choo.
I don't know. He was the one being the aggressor on lap 1 and 2, so
he was ready.
Whether or not everybody else falls in line, I don't know, but right now he is your current race leader. Miles Brownfield made the pass on Bo Stowers in that number 26 Kart. And whoa, the two of them going a little wide there in turn 2. I don't think you're supposed to go all 4 off there, but
you can't park there.
Yeah, no. Well, when you're in a around the outside, gets him in turn 5.
Wow.
And he is hanging on to that lead by a thread.
I did not see that one coming.
That was track limits. To the inside, here we go. Miles Brownfield. That's going to shove Dean Saunders out. He's going to get back to second. Bo Stowers had nowhere to go. He had to get on the brakes, and look, he's falling back right now.
Man, this is some hard defensive driving.
Yeah, Stowers was really the loser on that one. He got caught up and had to brake, or else he was going to run right into the back of Brownfield.
Almost side-by-side, entering turn 15 into turn 16, and still side-by-side.
Brownfield's got the position. He gets around Saunders, but Saunders hits him with the crossover.
Right there, crossing right back in front. Saunders still in the leads. Brownfield in second.
Oh, man, I don't know how he hung on to that one. Brownfield's
I don't know how Brownfield got around him in 4.
He just sent it on the outside. He is barking right now. Said, whoa, 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 let me in.
We're not Georgia fans in this booth.
Yeah,
We're not doing that. We don't know.
Hey, there's plenty of Georgia fans out in the balcony.
No, we don't do that here.
And right now, they're coming down the back stretch, 1, 2, 3 in the kink. But look at this. Harrison Burklow starting to catch up. So all this action shaking up front, this might end up being a 4-way battle.
So, again, you got Saunders out front just driving like a madman right now, but in a good way.
Well, and Stowers is going to need some help because right now with that incident that happened at turn 9 and him falling back off the pace, he's going to need some drafting help because that's a big deal with these LO206 carts. You need a drafting buddy or else you're going to get left out to dry. And as you see, there's probably about about a 5, 6, maybe 10 cart. I'm terrible at judging distance.
That's a big jump. That's at least 6.
Yeah, in LO206 world, that's a country mile right now, and he's going to have to try hard to make that up as we're almost at the halfway point.
That's a 1 1/4 second gap.
Yeah, and
so
in these
about
LOs,
5 carts.
Yeah. And right now, you're looking at the gap of the last lap times. You're looking at 1/10 of a second, 0.4. So that's going to be a little bit of a mountain to climb here. Not impossible, but he's definitely going to need some drafting help as first and second have kind of settled down right now and are content to just extend that lead.
Well, I mean, we're only 5 laps in, Will.
I know, although
it feels like we've already called a whole race.
I know. Expect Brownfield to not sit around for long. He is going to start wiggling here as he looks a little bit to the outside. I think he's trying to size him up. Yeah, that's what I love about these cadets. They want to lead every single lap. It doesn't matter if they are not in the lead, something's burning inside them. And that's what makes these races so much fun. As Brownfield looks to the inside, they're going to be side by side again at the line. No, dips back in as they get the halfway.
I was about to say they got the cross.
Sorry, I took your thunder.
You did. You took my thunder there, Will. It's okay. I was eating an onion ring.
Call me lightning.
I am speed.
And right now they go up the hill at turn 2 into turns 3 and 4 underneath our vantage point here in the booth. Down the back straightaway. Little wiggle coming through the kink there, no lift. As they hit top speed coming down the back straightaway, one of the longest straightaways of any kart track in North America. These guys really getting the air out. All the MPHs here. That's something you don't see a lot here. You know, gearing is a big factor in these kart races because you can gear tall, get that speed coming down the back straightaway, but you're going to lose it when you're coming back up. You know, or you can gear short and have that better pull out of the turns and through the more hilly parts. You know, where they stand, I don't know. You know, the weather was showing rain all day.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And it's miraculously, maybe it's because I'm here. I always bring the sunshine, but it cleared up last minute, and we have got some great weather right now. Couple of angry clouds dancing around us, but I think there's only about a 30 to 40% chance of rain right now between the 1 and 3 o'clock hours. So we might be able to get this program in fairly unscathed. That's something we saw happen last year. We had a couple races with scattered storms, and that really sent the drivers into a panic because they had to make that decision of rains versus slicks. And we had one race where the track literally dried up by lap 4, and those guys on rain tires were just, I mean, no pun intended, left out to dry. And there's a good
radar
shot of the storms coming through, mostly hanging south of us right now. It looks like a little pocket there, about to cover Atlanta up. But fortunately, we're about 45 minutes northeast, or due north, actually. So might be able to miss us. As right now, your leader's coming around turns 16 and 17.
It's going to be Saunders in front and Brownfield right behind him. Very, very, very close here.
Al just messaged me, miss you guys.
Yeah, that's what he said.
We miss you too, Al.
We miss you too. There's an empty seat up here just for you.
He's the real talent A. A for Al.
Yeah, A for Al.
And right now, watching your leaders as they make their way down the back straightaway, lap 8, about 2/3 of the way through this race. And look at this, challenge for the lead. Brownfield gets him on the inside. Is he going to be able to make it stick? He does. He gets around, shuts the door. Your new race leader, Miles Brownfield. But can he hang on? Saunders came out the gate absolutely guns blazing. Now he's going to have a chance to retaliate.
Swinging.
Oh, he was more than swinging. He was throwing haymakers that first 2 laps.
Lap traffic might be into play here. Coming into
turn 1 and turn 2. As Saunders goes down low, but not much happening there. And I believe that's going to be Arlo Stowers there coming up on. So the head of the snake about to catch the tail here. This is going to be real interesting. Is he going to yield and get out of the way, let the leaders by? Let's see what kind of race etiquette. Oh, he's getting the black flag.
He got a black flag, and there might have been an incident there behind it. And it looks like there is.
Oh, yeah, now the yellow flag's out, so something just happened.
Let's see. We got an incident down
here.
It
looks like he spun off.
I'm not sure
Can't see who that driver is.
Is that Arlo or is that? Yeah, it looks like Arlo.
We're gonna have to see as we catch back up to the leaders here.
I believe he received the black flag and then came in. I don't know if he made contact.
Oh, he might have been going a little too fast and didn't realize it was for him.
Yeah, possibly. I think that's what it was. So we're gonna span back over here.
Okay, so yeah, that had to have been Arlo because those are your leaders still neck and neck right now.
A little bit more separation due to that incident.
So that is Miles Brownfield. Oh, here we are coming across the start-finish line.
Miles Brownfield, Dean Saunders, 2 flags.
Saunders on the inside might have been making a move for the lead. Let's see as they come into 2. Oh, there's a bird chasing them.
Randy Johnson, where you at when you need you?
I'll say the bird's in 3rd place right now. As Brownfield still fending off Dean Saunders. Saunders went to the inside there coming up to turn 1. I'm surprised he wasn't able to make that stick.
That's the only bird we want to see today.
Not like what we saw during that LO Masters race last time.
Oh, boy.
Oh, and here goes Saunders to the inside. And he knifes him in the turn. He makes the pass. So Dean Saunders with a lap and a half to go.
Did you see that?
He gave me the Italian wave.
Wow.
Gave him the toodaloo as he went by.
I don't
Your
know.
new race leader.
It's still too early for that.
Well, we're going to be one to go here.
It's going to be a battle between Brownfield and Saunders. They're going to come to the line relatively.
Saunders, he thought about it.
He's going to wait to make his move, if I had to guess, based off of how they're moving right now. It's going to be in the backstretch.
Yes, and that's where we've seen all the passing action in turn 9 today. So let's see. They're both humping those carts up the hill right there, trying to get every bit of speed. That's what we were doing on the 8-seater earlier.
Yeah.
All right, now for one final time, coming down the back straightaway, let's see if Brownfield's got another move. He led the middle part of this race, and let's see as he looks to the inside. Oh, no, that's Saunders, so Brownfield got around.
Oh, here he's going to swing to the outside. Look at the damage on the front of that cart.
Oh, they must have maybe they made contact with Stowers earlier. But no, that's Brownfield in the lead right now, so he must have made the pass.
Brownfield is defending hard right now against Saunders.
Yeah, he's your second-place driver.
Saunders at the outside.
Oh, and they're side-by-side through turn 14.
Still side-by-side, into 15, into 16.
And this is going to come down to the final turn here.
Crossover setup. Let's see what happens. It's going to be side-by-side at the line.
He rakes it all the way down. Can he do it? No, Brownfield.
Brownfield takes the checkered flag in the LO206 cadet, followed by Saunders and Bo Stowers. That is your podium. Wow, what a race.
Yeah, I have not seen that much passing in a while.
That was a cadets.
Yeah, I know. That's one of my favorite divisions. I love these guys. The carts are so evenly matched. They're not as finicky as the two-stroke cadets.
Now, hopefully there's no penalty there. I don't think there's penalty for damage to carts, is there?
We'll have to see. They're using the pushback rules, so we're going to have to see if there is any kind of...
Well, the whole nose cone was pushed in, so it looked like there was some hard contact made somewhere on the track. If I had to guess, the only thing I could think of was he made contact with Arlo when Arlo was trying to swing down.
Well, maybe if the race director can hear us, he can come in here and let us know if that's going to stand as is, but we're going to assume it does. Miles Brownfield, your race winner. Dean Saunders in second. That was a hard-fought battle. Dean Saunders came out the gate swinging. He went from third to first, held on for about half the race, then Brownfield made the move. He got in front, and then we saw 3 lead changes on the last 3 laps, and after that bout, Brownfield was able to come out on top.
So I believe next is Tag Junior, Senior, and Master. That's a little unusual combination there. Showing all 3 of those guys together.
Is this going to be one giant conglomerate?
I think so.
So, yeah, we're going to have Tag Junior, Tag Senior, and Tag Master coming up. And then we got Tag Rookie and Tag Cadet. Now, why isn't there an LO206 Rookie? Why is there an LO206 Cadet?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, I guess LO2, they got Kid Kart LO2.
Maybe that's what it is.
But the Tag Rookie is the absolute youngest drivers we have on the big track, or on the full course. Because right now they run the Kid Karts on the Jelly Bean loop, and they run that during the pre-finals. They don't run a final race for them. So during the pre-final bout is their finals.
So next up is our Tag Junior, Master, and Senior division. I got 12 carts on the grid. So starting first, in the number 5, I believe that's pronounced Bashi, Jimenez. In the 00, Jose Garcia. In the 31, Joe C. Davis. In the 42, Lucas Donahue. In the 96, Ian Drennan. In the 222, John Dixon. In the 7, that is Robert... Well, he disappeared. Well, let's go back. In the other number 7, Eugene Panenko. In number 12, Leonardo Prates. In the 119, Caden Butler. And in the 376, Rylan Crosby. So these guys should be slowing up here. Getting ready to start this big race. It shows 15 drivers, but it's not showing 15 drivers. Will, if that makes sense to you.
Well, we're going to have to see when they get back to the line.
Yeah.
Looks like our favorite driver missing data is up front.
Yeah,
Track champion at Weber Valley.
And currently track champion of the 2025 dirt season.
Yes. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him.
I'm not sure if we got a green or a nope.
So there's the rest of your field there. We're doing a split start.
Okay, that's what's going on.
So this looks like Tag Senior and Tag Master. I'm not sure if we got any Tag Juniors out there. Yeah, because I'm looking at the sheet here. Yeah, and I see one junior up there, Bashi Jimenez.
Hopefully we said that correctly.
Yes, please come up here to the booth and correct us if we are butchering your child's name.
Or your name.
Or your name. We do our best. Steve's been really hitting that Rosetta Stone hard.
I have. Mostly German. But
yeah, I was going to say, unless it's a German name, you might be slap out of luck on that.
Got to practice.
It looks like they called another false start.
And another false start?
Well, they if they false start the lead group, then they got to false start the chase group.
Let's see what happened here.
And we're going to have to see. It looks like I'm missing a couple guys on here. I only see 2nd through 13.
Well, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 10th.
Oh, yeah, it looks like
it's jumping. See if we get a green flag here. Yep, we get a green to start that one.
We get an immediate tram jump right there. And they're going to go ahead and fire off the second group as your lead group goes barreling into turn 2 here. Great shot from the IllumaCube engineering drone, piloted by Jeffrey Farver. Licensed and insured, so yeah, I hear he does birthday parties.
Can you do my birthday party?
He doesn't do adult film, Steve.
No, we don't do that.
A great shot here as they come barreling into the final, to turn 9. And a little bit of passing action here at the back of that pack. And that looks like Eugene Panenko.
That is Eugene Panenko and Jose Garcia, 1-2 right now, but they are not picking up on.
Well, we're going to have to see on Race Monitor as they come by. It should straighten up here this time by.
We hope.
Well, if they start it prior to them hitting the line, then it'll register a lap early.
There we go.
Yep, and that was our boy Eugene Panenko. Jose Garcia in 2nd, Josie Davis in 3rd, Ian Drennan in 5th. John Dickinson in 6th. And we got a cart around. That's
Ian Drennan.
That's your 3rd place driver. Went for the spin cycle at the bottom of the hill. And he's trying to get back underway. That's going to be a long, hard climb up that hill with no speed. And right now there is your race leader, Eugene Panenko, coming around the backside here. Jose Garcia hot on his tail right now. Just behind him, Ian, well, actually, it's not Ian Drennan, that's John Dickinson. Ian relegated to the back of the field after that spin.
I don't know what's going on with our timing. It keeps bouncing all over the place.
And it looks like your tag senior, Leonardo Paredes, just ran the fastest lap of the race, although that just changed again. Eugene Panenko now with the fast time of 52.846 seconds. You can definitely tell it's a little hot and humid out there today. These lap times are in the high 52s right now. We're used to seeing 51s out of these guys once they get warmed up. And
Prates is the only one so far I think has broken into the 51s.
Yep, and there he goes, 51.853. So pretty soon we should start seeing him working his way through the field. He's going to catch up to these Masters. I think they let the Masters start in front so we'd give him some more love on the broadcast because that's, we have the propensity, or we tend to follow the leader, and we try to give the guys in the back some love, but we do run some multi-class racing every now and then, and usually the Masters, if the seniors are running, are the ones that get left out. And right now we are watching the leaders of the Master group, and here comes the seniors behind them. And there goes Leonardo Paredes working his way through some lap traffic, trying to get around some of these Masters drivers. Although, to be honest with you, not much of a contest right now as Leonardo Paredes. He's in a class of his own right now in Tag Senior. He's a name we're always familiar seeing at the top of the podium. And, whoa, getting a little squirrely there. There's Paredes. He's trying to make his way around. It looks like that's might be Dickinson.
That's an OKC card, it looks like. Orange, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The colorblind guy gets it right for once.
I'm surprised you knew that was orange.
The 222,
that
that's John,
was the number.
Dickinson.
Yep. So Leonardo Paredes getting around him. Now he's going to have 3 more drivers to get ahead of. He's got Eugene Paneco, Jose Garcia, and Joe C. Davis. I'd say about a quarter of a lap ahead right now, so not an insurmountable lead, as Paredes is definitely getting some flyers in right now. That last one a little bit slower because he was caught up in lap traffic, but right now he's the only driver dipping into the 51s. And we're watching that battle right now between John Dickinson and Caden Butler. Battle for 5th and 6th in Tag Senior. Actually, that's 4th and 5th because we do have a Tag Senior in the mix there. And that's actually a multi-class battle right there. So that's Caden Butler's a Tag Senior trying to get around that 222 cart of John Dixon.
You know, I know there's kart racing going on, but this is a great burger. I just
Yeah, we never finished our review, although I think your empty plate kind of speaks for itself.
It's not quite empty. I've been taking small bites here throughout the broadcast, but, you know, if you have not tried the new kitchen here at Atlanta Motorsports Park, you need to. Definitely worth it.
Well, you are a true professional, Steve.
Yeah, I try to be.
Right now we're watching some mid-pack action here as Caden Butler trying to get around John Dixon. I said it right that time, Al. He's over here live tweeting me.
Oh, geez, what is he saying?
I can't repeat that one either.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, and Dixon
Inside
runs
over.
wide. But able to hang on there. And just behind him, Lucas Donahue, Ryan Crosby. We got a little bit of a 4-pack battle going on.
Less than half a second separation between Panenko and Garcia there at the very front of this group. That's the Tag Masters.
And don't count out Bashi Jimenez.
A lot of racing action going on here. Ooh, almost too wide coming through the kink. They all kind of single file out. A little bit of outside poking action there. That's the 222 of Dixon and Butler going back and forth. That's about a 5-6 car train right now coming through the course. You know, I'm not really sure if drafting really matters in this division, but these guys are nose to tail for the most part. Not much separation. You see on the screen to your left there, the gap has closed to less than a quarter of a second between Panenko and Garcia. Right there, that was Dixon, Butler, Donahue, Crosby, Jimenez, and Drennan that all passed the line there just about at the same time.
Yeah, we might need to switch back to the lead here because that gap is only 0.2 seconds right now.
It's getting really
and
close.
you can see them just off the top of your screen as these laps are starting to wind down as we are 7 laps into this 12-lap contest. And that is pronounced Jimenez.
Jimenez?
Yeah, who needs Rosetta Stone when you got Al Stone? We miss you, Al.
We do.
And there goes your leaders right there at the top of your screen coming up the hill. Eugene Panenko, Jose Garcia. And sure enough, as we switch back to the lead, Eugene starts to pull out a little bit, but Jose is not letting them have this one easily right now.
Don't count out Mr. Ironman.
And one of the earliest supporters of the racetrack here, Jose Garcia, is running both series up front and back here at the kart track.
I think he was here when the limestone was put in, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
And right now they are chasing each other through the final 2 turns and back down the front straightaway. As it's going to be 3 laps to go. This is a 12-lap contest. And just behind him, Leonardo Paredes. He's got a little bit of ground to cover. I'm not sure if he's going to catch up to these front runners, but he has got some clean air, so he is safely through traffic. And assuming everything goes well, he's going to be your winner in the tag senior, although got to be careful saying that because there's 3 laps to go, but he has got a more than comfortable lead on the tag senior division.
3 for how many more burgers I'm going to eat today?
And we'll talk about Bashir Jimenez real quick. He is our only tag junior runner out here, so big shout out to him for getting out here with the big dogs and running. I know that can be a little intimidating, especially when you're running with the seniors and the masters, and not letting them phase him right now.
You know, slap a 3 on the side of his car, it'll be fine.
Yeah, just rattle his gauge.
We talk about that in some of the pre-race interviews that we did a little earlier on today.
And right now, Eugene Panyenko is heading down the back straightaway. 2 laps to go. Picking up a little bit of distance over Jose Garcia right now. But Jose closing it back in, coming into that braking zone, although Eugene just, sponges under the hand right now. He is man on a mission and always a hard driver to beat. The only time we ever seen him not up the podium is usually when there's a mechanical or when there's somebody puts him in the wall. So he is one of the constant leaders in the tag master class. With the white flag out, 1 lap to go. Oh, we got 2 drivers into it.
That's the 2-2-2, it looks
That's
like.
John Dixon and I believe Caden Butler. And Caden's just standing out on track right now. He needs to go ahead and get that cart out of the way as the leaders are coming back around down the back straightaway.
Yeah, he's moved that cart off to the side of the track, so that's always good to see. And you see Eugene Panenko.
Just keeps opening that gap up. I think Jose's starting to fall off a little bit. These 12-lap races are very hard, very fatiguing. You know, these guys – are definitely – it's a workout when you're out there. And for one final time through the final turn, Eugene Panyenko gets the flag, and he's going to get the win. Jose Garcia in second, and here comes Leonardo Paredes. He's going to be your winner in tag senior. And just behind him should be Joe C. Davis. Now, here's where it's going to – oh, no, we already had those other guys fall off, so it should be Ryan Crosby next. He's going to be your second-place driver for tag senior. And then look at that. Bashir Jimenez able to get up to a 6th place overall. He's going to be your only driver in tag junior, but that will secure him a podium spot. And just behind him, Lucas Donahue. He's going to be your 4th place driver for tag master, 5th place driver John Dixon, and then your 6th place driver for tag – actually not that's going to be your 3rd place driver for tag senior. And he still hasn't crossed yet. So I guess that cart is out of the race because we saw him off in the grass, but should still be good enough for a 3rd place because I believe there's only 3 seniors out there. Make sure my eyes are reading that correctly.
Yeah, that looks right.
And it looks like Ian Drennan pulled off after the first lap.
You know, after a race like that, you feel a little drained, a little dehydrated, don't you?
Yes.
You know what you should do?
What should I do, Steve?
You should go down there and visit those IV guys that are down there. I can't remember their name.
Octane Wellness, yes. That's just from all the heavy drinking I did last night, Steve.
Oh, well, why do you think I've got 4 water bottles sitting right in front of me?
I was drinking Gatorade, Steve. I don't know what you were drinking, but...
Sweet tea.
But Octane Wellness is the new wellness center we have here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. Just got fired up full-fledged this season. They were kind of around testing a little bit last season, but did a little bit of a relaunch this year, and they've been out at every race day. Great to see them out there. If you are feeling dehydrated or just need a little bit of a pick-me-up, they got all kinds of cocktails that they can whip up and direct.
Did you say cocktails? I'm kidding.
IV cocktails.
Oh, okay. All right.
That they could directly inject into your veins and get that hydration back in you quick. And let me tell you, I think I was their number 1 customer last year.
You know, I've yet
because they were letting us get them. They were letting us get bags at cost. So we just kept there. Well, I don't want to tell you how much cost was, but we were, it was enough to where we could take advantage of it.
Yeah, I'm half tempted to try it, to be completely honest.
I could tell you it will change your day. Definitely worth the price no matter what they're charging, and especially on these hot summer days. Go down there and see them. They got something for everybody. You need more energy. You need less hangover. You just want some fluids in you to get you through the day. They got what you need. Octane Wellness. And it doesn't even have to be a race day. You could come up here anytime and get yourself a bag. They got
an office up front.
Yeah, they got the lounge up front. Definitely the comfiest chairs on property are back there.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, I fell asleep.
Oh, okay.
I sat down. Thank God the nurse was in there and stayed with me, or else might have had a code. Oh, who do we got here lined up? Ooh, we got Andy Wilbite up next. What division is he in? Is he?
No, he is Wilbite Racing. He is Al Edwards today.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, go ahead and throw it up.
A little different showdown here, Wilbite Racing this afternoon. Al Edwards is tending to a family emergency, and we have Mr. Andy here running the show. Mr. Andy, you have a lot of responsibility today. Many carts. How many carts do you have on grid today?
We have around 20.
20 carts, and you're the guy in charge. You feel a little bit of pressure because Al's not here.
Yes, a lot of pressure. But we have two mechanics that are doing a great job, John and Richard. My job was mainly to set up, get everything set up. Al made us 4 pages of setup instructions, as always, so it was great.
Well, unfortunately, we're not going to have Al here this weekend. Thoughts and prayers go out to his family for the emergency he's dealing with. And hopefully we'll be talking to some of your drivers later on this afternoon.
That'd be great. We got a lot of good guys up front, so we're expecting good results today, for sure.
Back to you guys.
Back to me.
Yeah, just throw it to yourself there, Steve.
I think that's how I did all of them, so we're just throwing it back to myself.
Next time you do this, you go, back to you, Steve.
That's a little weird.
If only we could clone you, Steve.
Oh, God. No.
So can't say enough good things about Wilbite Racing. They're one of the largest supporters of kart racing here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. I believe you had, 22 drivers out here last month when we were talking to Al. And, I mean, that's a big chunk of the field. And great guys, always willing to lend a hand, give advice. You know, if you are new to the sport and you're looking to get into it, guys like Al are good folks to get buddies with. You know, it's not scary to get into this. And it can look that way from the surface, but right now we're about to get into this tag cadet. So who do we got here, Steve?
So I want to run through this order real fast. Starting first, Roland Smith in the 13, Bo Stowers in the 21, Miles Brownfield in the 26. That's not right.
Maybe he jumped into another cart.
Okay. Well, then Dean Saunders in the 89, Luke Rower in the 156, Luca Valdez in the 33, 77 Wyatt Rower, the 115 of Ryan Dehoney, and the 64 of Harrison Burklow.
And if that is, in fact, Dean Saunders again, we already saw him once.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I was like, wait a minute. Same thing with Bo Stowers. Pretty sure we've seen him twice today.
And let's see, as they get them woed down, are they going to get the green flag? Yes, they are.
So green flag through turn 1 into turn 2. Great shot.
Oh, we got some side-by-side action already heating up. Oh, contact made. They are pinballing coming up the hill. Third place said, no, sir, that's my spot.
Bing, 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 bing,
and he was able to hang on. I believe that is Bo Stowers. We're going to have to see as they cross the stripe. You know, as much as I love that F1 light, I'm going to have a get a designated camera facing that way so we can see when the green flag is thrown.
We never know.
Ooh, and accordion up real strong there coming into turn 9. Let's see as your leaders make their way through turn 13 back up the hill. Into that big sweeper, turn 14. It's probably my favorite turn on track, that big blind sweeper. And guys starting to shimmy and shake a little bit, trying to find lines. Whoa, a little bit of
bobbling.
Yeah, some guys going low, some guys going high, but still keeping it 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is Miles Brownfield, Roland Smith, Harrison Burklow, and Bo Stowers. And there goes Roland Smith looking to the outside, trying to make the move on Brownfield. He's not in position. Whoa, they make a little contact. That lets third place Harrison Burklow. He gets around 2 for 1 special. You got to love the buy one, get one, Steve.
I go to Publix a lot.
And that's he makes it work. The Steve Bogo special.
That's what we're going to call it.
And look at that, third place sliding around, and just like that, your leader went from first to fourth.
Not even a full lap.
And man, oh man, at Chevitz, sometimes it works in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. Is just like that, we shook up the top 4 as they come through turn 16 to 17, and there goes Burklow.
Sent it a little too hard through the corner, side by side at the line.
That wasn't Burklow. That was Burklow was he was the 3 for 1. My bad. And he just barely hanging on the lead. Yeah. And what is happening here? I believe that was Roland Smith.
So we've got a red flag situation that has occurred on track, so all drivers will stop where they are at. So we are going to go silent momentarily.
All right, if you can hear me, please, we need everybody off the balcony. We need everybody off the balcony and inside the clubhouse, please. If you guys can hear us, we need everybody off the balcony real fast. We will let you know when it is okay to come back outside. But we are currently under red flag.
Attention all spectators that are still outside on the balcony. We need everybody off of the balcony and off of Spectator Hill, please. Thank you.
All right, and it looks like drivers are getting back underway. A little bit of a scary moment there off track. We had a medical emergency, and we had to red flag both tracks here, so the action up front and the action back here had to take a pause while medics tended to that incident. But now we got everything reset. Medics are back in place, so big shout out to the safety crew here for doing their jobs and making sure everybody is taken care of, but not what you want to see. But these drivers have been on track now for about 30 minutes, so got to let these karts get warmed back up. We were only one lap into that race.
Looks
so
like
we're going to see what I'm not sure what they're going to decide to do here, whether they're going to restart this one. And they're going to do a wave around here.
Yeah, so it's showing here that they just reorganized everybody. No best lap.
Well, I'm seeing 10 to go here, so I think they're just going to line this one back up and make it a 10-lap shootout.
Yeah, they barely made it into 2 laps, so I would assume that's what they're going to do.
Well, they stopped them at the hill on lap 2, so they had only had one full lap in the books, and then they brought everybody back around to the start-finish line. So, yeah, we're going to see here if we get this one back underway.
We already went through the order there, but just a reminder, Roland Smith, Bo Stowers up front.
And it looks like they do get the green flag, so we are back racing here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. AMP Kart Racing round number 4. This is the LO206 Cadet Division. We got a couple of, not LO206, Tag Cadet, Tag Rookie, my bad. And it looks like we have got 3 rookies on track, and the rest cadets. Got a 10-kart field as they come barreling down the back straightaway. A little bit of passing action there. 3rd place, Bo Stowers getting around Roland Smith.
I believe that's Brownfield up front there. Early lead.
And he shot out the gate here, although these 2-stroke karts, you know, if you get the jump.
I think the 113 is Roland Smith. Bo Stowers behind him. Up front, though, Miles Brownfield as they come into the entry to the S's.
And Roland, he was looking to the inside.
Yeah, they've all kind of bunched back up. You know, the 26 of Brownfield kind of got an early jump there, but now it's kind of snaked all back in.
Well, they're doing a little bit of accordion action. And right now, yeah, that pack catching back up 2nd through 4th. So now we're back to a 4-pack for the lead right now. As look at that, all four of them got the fast lap simultaneously. That whole tree lit up purple there for a split second.
768, 763,
Whoa,
751.
and a little bumping and rubbing. Look at that, 21, Bo Stowers. He was in the middle of that sandwich right there, getting shoved both ways.
What kind of sandwich is that, Will?
I was about to call it an Oreo because he's in a white cart, but he's the cream filling. And here goes the move. Roland Smith to the inside. He makes the pass, gets around Brownfield, your new race leader. You're going to get us kicked off air there, Steve.
This is on silent. I don't even know why it went off.
Thank God that wasn't Metallica for your ringtone.
Or the Beatles.
Yeah, right now your leader is coming through turns 16 and 17 back onto the front straightaway. It's going to be, I thought it was going to be some side-by-side action at the line.
For a second.
Brownfield thought about it for a second, looking to the inside, but dips back in straight line as they come up through turn 1. Now battling it out at the bottom of the hill there.
Slidey action right there with the 113. He's going to lose 2 positions there.
And he lost a lot of momentum with that, and Brownfield's going to fall back to 3rd. That's going to allow Harrison Burklow into 2nd. And now he's chasing down your race leader. That's Roland Smith in the lead. I have no idea what's going on, Steve.
I don't know either. We got a 3-way battle going into the S's.
Oh,
Who's going to break last? Oh!
3rd place jumps back up into the lead.
I think that is the 113. I'm going to guess that is.
I'm guessing that's Roland.
Yeah.
Our scoring data is all out of whack right now.
I have no clue.
Yeah, that's the 113. So it's got to be Roland Smith. Some crazy action here, jumping 3rd to 1st. Gets it done, got the BOGO special. And he is going to, I guess, maintain the lead. I guess he lost the lead, then got back out front. We're just calling it like we see it here, folks. And right now, Roland Smith leads that pack up the hill here at turn 3. Harrison Burklow in second, Miles Brownfield in third. And they have kind of pulled away from fourth place Bo Stowers as they are single file down the hill through the kink.
He's still in the mix. I wouldn't count him out quite yet.
And we've seen crazier things happen. As right now, Harrison Burklow giving Roland Smith practically shoving him down that back straightaway.
4 laps into this, I believe it's now a 10-lap feature is what we.
That's what it says. I'm showing 6 to go here on the scoring screen. 4 in, 6 on the table.
Yeah, they were out there for a hot minute.
And hopefully these drivers are all right having to sit out there on the track.
Yeah, it gets a little warm really fast, especially with how humid it is.
Well, that's why they got him out of those carts pretty quick. And look at that, Miles Brownfield running the fastest lap of the race, 58.452. He is on a charge right now. Look at this. Tried getting it on the inside, but ran out of real estate. That's gonna hurt him as he's falling back a little bit there coming up the hill. But he had to run there coming into turn 2.
He's gonna have the run at the end of the backstretch. So let's see if we get another 3-wide passing action here entering the S's.
Yeah, Burklow looked to the inside for a second. That's not the fast line.
Roland Smith still out front there in the 113 cart. Right behind him is Harrison Burklow in that 64 cart. You can tell gray, blue, and red helmets. Almost red, white, and blue. We're close.
And they are
what country's that?
France, maybe? I don't know. They got red, white, and blue in there.
No. I have a very strong opinion.
those aren't caviar and frog legs out there?
No.
And look at this. Burklow getting challenged again by Brownsfield. But Burklow able to hang on. And Brownsfield keeps trying to make that move, but keeps losing speed coming up the hill because of it. And that's kind of allowed your leaders to spread out right now. Roland Smith's got a little bit of room to work with.
The only place that we ever really see, or really the only division that we see adequate passing in turn 2 going uphill is in the shifter division. We don't see it that often in the tag division.
And right now, they're still 1, 2, 3 coming into turn 13, heading up the hill into that big blind sweeper, turn 14. And Roland Smith looking like a professional out there, just hanging on, going out for a drive. Let's see if these guys start to put a challenge on as we start to wind down this race. Going to be 3 laps to go. And you can really see Harrison Burklow kind of picking up the pace here, leaving Miles Brownfield out right now. Here he goes up the hill. Now he's not trying to make a pass. Coming into 2, he's able to get the run coming into the turn there. Now he catches up to Burklow. And just like that, we're going to accordion back together. It's going to be a 3-car battle coming down the back straightaway.
3-car battle entering the S's. Roland Smith holding him off, coming through the last little bit of the S's, now coming into turn 13, past our camera point.
And that's Bo Stowers just behind them. He's kind of your long shot right now, but we've seen the leaders dust it up and go for a spin cycle on the final lap, so.
It's happened before.
And especially with this younger division with the tag cadet, tag rookies out here, anything could happen. And look at that, Miles Brownfield just turning another flyer, 58.364, besting his previous best lap. And look at this.
3 wide.
Brownfield gets around Burklow. He made it happen. He tried that 3 times and finally got it to work. He's your new second-place driver, and I bet he's going to do it again this next time by.
Yeah, I would
guess
so.
It's going to be his last opportunity because they're going to get the one to go.
It's going to happen right here at the S's.
And here goes Brownfield. He is hard charging, putting the pressure on Roland Smith. As they keep it 1, 2, 3 coming through turn 9 into the S's. Turns 11 and 12 into turn 13 here, back up the hill. And let's see, is he going to try and get him on the outside? No, they're still single file. And they're going to get the white flag this time by. And this is where he really gets the run coming down the straightaway. Let's see what happens here as they come up the hill here at turn 1. Diving into 2. And he gets it. He gets around him, makes the pass. Look at that.
That's Brownfield in the 26.
Brownfield making it happen. You know, he tried that 3 laps in a row, didn't work for him, didn't let it stop him. He did it again.
That almost didn't work for them going through the kink too wide there. That was Burklow and Brownfield side by side.
And look at this.
Here comes the charge from the 113.
Roland Smith tries to outbrake him. Oh, and he goes for a spin cycle. He sent it deep and was not able to make it stick. And that's going to let Bo Stowers get by. And what did we just say? Never counted out because now he's sitting on the podium.
Yep, that was.
And we still got a battle for the lead right now as Burklow is trying to chase down Brownsfield as they come into the final turn. Can he make it happen?
16 through 17, they're going to be side by side at the line.
And he digs it in deep on the inside, and no. Brownsfield, look at that. He got third to second on the second to last lap, made the pass on the last lap.
Stowers secures the third place, so that's his
and
podium
just
for the
like
day.
that, Roland Smith went from on the lead to now he's off the podium. Let's see, and there he goes, finally gets it, 5th place.
And then the rookie division, that's going to be Wyatt Rower and Dahoney back-to-back.
And that was a close one. But, man, Roland Smith, he just rattled his cage. And he tried to get it back. He sent it in deep there at turn 9 and couldn't keep that cart stuck to the ground and went for the spin cycle. Tough break for Roland Smith. But, man, how about that driving performance from Miles Brownfield?
That was really impressive.
And coming up next, we are going to have the LO206 Master and Legends. This was a wild one last month. Yeah, let's go ahead and roll those real quick.
We've got some interviews. I'm going to pop up on the screen here.
The return of Ryan, Kitty Attack Curtin. Ryan, it's how many seasons you been out here now?
3? 4? I don't know. I've been racing here since like 2010, but different things.
Exactly. So, Ryan, explain the Kitty Attack shirt to the people at home.
Dude, it's far less exciting than you might think. I bought an amusement shirt online. When it showed up, it's like this Under Armour material. And like it's quick dry, right? So obviously, this just became the activity shirt. But now I have a problem, which is that I have to wear this shirt every single race because if I don't, do you know how many questions I'm going to get? It never ends.
Exactly. So we've been asking every driver this weekend. Final lap of the race, it's do all. Your biggest rival's right in front of you. Are you going to wreck them for the win?
No, this is go-karting. I'm doing this for fun. Plastic trophies, right? I mean, they are metal trophies here, right? But like, it's not worth it.
Well, thank you, Ryan. Back up to you guys. We're here with Tyler Swan and the number 40 machine, LO206 Masters. Tyler, the track is, kind of heating up a little bit today. Slipping and sliding down the track?
A little bit, yeah. I think in qualifying, the track slowed down a little bit. But I'm hoping in the heat race here, the adjustments we made will make up for that. It is a little bit greasy today, though, so that is very true.
So we like to have fun here on the broadcast, and we like to ask all of our competitors out there this weekend. Your biggest rival's right in front of you. Last lap, last corner. You dump them for the win, or you're going to race them clean?
Well, I'm going to race him clean. That's just how I am. Unless it's my dad, I'll push him out of the way. Yeah.
It's always great to hear. Back up to you guys.
Yeah, if it's my dad, I'm going to dump him.
Hey, I just
teach that old man a lesson.
I just dumped it back to myself. So, hey, Will, you see, that's a pretty number. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, we have
29.
This is going to be a field. And this was a field last time. We had that, what was that, lap 1 incident where the leaders,
the whole
second and third place, that might have been lap 2, second and third place got together and then fisticuffs.
And hot mic.
Some old-timey boxing, yes. And us yelling at them to stop it and all kinds of insanity ensued.
You ruffians.
And we were just in the middle of talking about how great and gentlemanly the Masters and the Legends are.
So there's a lot of drivers to go through. So I'm going to start.
That turned into backyard wrestling real quick.
So I'm going to start with these names and drivers. You got Danny May in the number 9, the 22, Chris Collette, 222, John Dixon, 00, Jose Garcia, Stephen Pearson in the 03, Anthony Bolt in the 7. Danny May's on here twice.
Well, no, they just reset the grid.
Oh, okay. Well, then let me restart. Ryan Curtin in the number 11, Devin Knight in the 13, Jeff Griffin in the 19, Aaron Putman in the 27, Richard Pearson in the 29, Tyler Swan in the number 40. 49 is Joshua Smoker
Zach Thomas is in the 66. Chris Benson, 76. Sebastian Velasquez in the 85. Matt Laster in the 87. Connor Gilbert in the 89. Aaron Cox in the 91. David Fusco in the 102. Leon Robinson III in the 103. Tyson Swan in the 116. The 315 of Adam Phillips. The 403 of Paul McKillery. And the 510 of Corey Linder. 28
You know, if this was a speed reading contest, you probably would have gotten third.
Yeah, probably.
But valiant effort there,
I'm not one of the outlaws, okay? I might cover dirt, but I cannot talk that fast.
Well, it looked like a dirt track out here last time.
You're not wrong there.
And here we go, lined up, ready to go.
I just want to say, boogity, boogity, boogity. No. They did not get green. Maybe they did.
Oh, we did.
No,
we are
did.
underway. Look at this, some three-wide action already coming down the hill. Little bumping and rubbing there back in the mid-pack. As they're keeping it fairly clean. Look at that, some 2 wide, almost getting shoved into the grass. 3 wide there at the top of
4
wide, we got 2 carts on top of each other. Monster truck action happening there, folks. And he just ran him slap over.
That was Dennis Anderson versus...
Yeah, where was your grave digger?
Yeah, that was Dennis Anderson versus Tom Metz, 2003 World Championship, World Finals in Vegas style.
And they are coming down the back straightaway right now. Check out that drone shot. Snake of carts coming through turn 9, all single file right now. And you can see those Legends drivers off to the back. It looks like we got one driver wasn't even able to make it through the first lap. He is off there at turn 12, the exit of the S's. Tough break for him. We got another driver off at the top of the hill. I think
that's
he was
the
one.
27 cart.
He was the one that got monster truck there.
I don't know who that is. That used to be Tom Spiro's cart number. I don't know if – I don't have numbers right now. You're going to have to give us a second.
And right now as they come through –
it's like the Daytona 500 right now.
And that guy off on the back of the S's, he didn't even make it through the warm-up lap because that was lap 1 that just got clocked in the books. Tyson Swan, your race leader. Tyler Swan just behind him.
We got another one off in turn 2. Mechanical issue there.
And
that's at 29.
Is he going to be good to continue on? That's Richard Pearson.
So we were just talking with the Swans. They said if it came to it, they would wreck each other.
Look at that. We got another driver off at the bottom of the kink.
That's never a fun place to lose it.
Man, pickups are going to be fun after this one. We already got 4 drivers off track right now. And here we go. You see that other driver just walking the walk of shame back to the corner stand there as the rest of the field drives on by here at turn 13. And there are your leaders, Tyson Swan and Tyler Swan, making their way into the final turn here. Just behind them, Paul McCleary, Matt Lassiter. Lassiter, he was one of the drivers involved in that scuff-up on track. Let's see if he's going to be better behaved this time as they make their way up the hill into turn 1.
So that's a group of 8 coming through that first group right there.
And I know Lassiter's going to be driving a little bit of a fire up under him, not the way you wanted to end the race last time. So
he's all the way up to 4th after starting 8th.
And Paul McCleary, he just ran the fastest lap of the race with a 103.237. He's currently your 3rd-place driver.
Must be doing a lot of pushing
right now, and you can see them getting the watch out signal there from the corner. I don't know what is that, the up and down. He's just fly like a bird.
Well, if you're in the parking lot of Walmart, I mean, rev it, son. But here at Atlanta Motorsports Park, that means, hey, woe it down just a touch.
And right now your field passing by the corner stand there at turn 13. Big shout out to Ethan Denny, Cowboy Cam out there, braving the elements for us in this hot and muggy day.
I'm glad there's AC in here.
We have had nonstop rain. I counted about 6 inches over the last 2 days off my back porch. So you can do a lot with that, Steve. Water your plants.
Yeah.
And here goes your leaders up the hill.
Don't you just love the awkward silence in between those
jokes?
When you know
that's when you know the producer's making a joke in our headset.
Danny made that time with the fastest lap, currently in position 8,
and that's
102.96.
Somewhere we're not used to seeing him all the way back in 8th right now. He must have had a bad break during qualifying. But right now, your front 4, really front 8, almost 10. They haven't really separated much here.
Not at all. You know, one name that we usually talk about way back in the field, he actually missed qualifying. That's Ryan Curtin.
Oh, no.
Running 21st right now.
The angry kitten.
The
laser cats.
Attack Kitty Curtin.
I don't care about Metal Curtin. Yeah, we even have time to talk about that interview.
No. I love interviewing Ryan. It's one of the best interviews of my day.
always a personality. I always loved when you get him in victory lane.
We need to get him in the booth as like a guest one race.
Well, he can't hear us because he's on track right now, but yeah, we need to get him up here.
I mean, unless he's listening to the broadcast.
I would hope not. I hope he's paying attention to the race right now.
Yeah, I would too.
But if he had his radio, 88.7 FM, trackside, you can listen into all the commentary.
Unless you just want to watch it.
Well, you're going to be on a little bit of a time delay.
Slightly.
But right now, we are 4 laps into this contest. Danny May turning the fast lap again.
So you see the groups, they're kind of grouping up, a little bit of separation with the Swan family. Not much, but Paul McKillary right there in third. Matt Laster is pushing him.
What was that, Steve?
Yeah, sorry.
Pushing?
Pushing.
That's what I heard.
Caution flags waving in turn 2. Must be a slight incident down there. We can't see it off screen.
But I counted 12 karts in that lead pack right now, so really anybody's race right now, although the Swans are making it look easy, and they're going to get the caution. Yeah, it's going to be a local yellow coming up the hill here, so no passing. And can't see anybody from that camera angle, so not really certain where.
That yellow's coming
out. That recovery cart, man, we're going to be able to take about a 20-minute break here for all the pickups after this one.
You know,
a great opportunity to come up here to Fuel Kitchen.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was
Go ahead, load
just
up.
about to say that.
You know, I was perfectly segueing you, and then I just took your thunder.
Yeah, I know, man. It's every time. Apparently they have ice cream.
Ooh. Don't get me excited.
You know, who's not here to enjoy an ice cream with us?
I know, Lincoln Massey.
You know, I'm so used to him sitting
I know,
beside me,
it's
looking
so
over.
Dead. It's so dead in the booth because we don't have Lincoln and we don't have Al Edwards this week. It's just me and you to sit here and entertain these poor folks at home.
Where's Al number 2 at? I know he's down there. He probably listened to us. Al number 2, since you're being Al this week, and I'm going to need you to come to the booth. He joked with me earlier during his interview that he was going to attempt the complete Al.
Nice.
I don't know if he's racing.
But right now, not much action happening up at the front. These guys pretty content to stay in position, although we just hit the halfway point in this race. I expect things to start heating up. I mean, we saw it heat up on lap. I was like 1 or 2 last month. And it really heated up as the gloves were off.
It got really hot.
I think race control gave them a very stern talking to, so much better behavior. I don't know. Check that one for grammar, but these guys are keeping it pretty clean right now, what we normally expect out of the Masters division. And looking through the field, let's give some love to our seniors right now. Or our legends, I meant. Looks like John Dixon is currently your leader. Chris Kellett in second.
Fusco didn't even turn a lap.
So those are your 2 legends drivers in a field of Masters right now. Good luck finding which ones they are. All 29 karts on track, although I think we're about down to 24.
A little bit of
23, 24 with
bumping action there with Danny May and the 403. So that, I don't know who the 403 is.
Now, is Tyson the son or is Tyson the father? Which one's
That's a good question.
You didn't ask that when you interviewed him?
Well, there was one that was younger and one that was older, and I don't remember which was which. So we'll have to go back and review that footage.
Yeah, right now.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so we're getting word that Tyson is the father.
So does that mean Tyler's going to throw a haymaker here?
Yeah, he might wait till the last lap and dump him, although it's going to be a long car ride home if that happens.
Well, there's Matt Cookie Man Lasser making his way into third, so he got around Paul McKillary. A lot of shaking up going on there. Coming across the line, so it's still Tyson Swan, Tyler Swan, Laster, McKillary, May, Phillips, Smoker, Garcia, Curtin, and Benson. Ryan Curtin all the way up to 9th after starting 21st.
Yeah, Al's filling me in right now. He just says Tyson is old. Tyler is young. His words, not mine. I'm just reading it.
You know, it makes me happy that Al's not here, but he is watching.
He is here in presence.
He's here.
Is in spirit.
I have got the seats reserved with the headset on the seat just for him today, so hopefully he
And he said Fusco dealing with a family medical emergency, so he didn't even take the track. And that would be your 3rd driver in the Legends division. Man, been a tough month for everybody all around.
Yeah, it's.
I know the sickness has been going around. We've had it at our house.
Luckily, I have yet to have it.
And right now, Matt Lassiter up to third.
There was a little bit of drafting action going on there.
And just behind him, Danny May catches a vein. He gets up to fourth. Now, this is really going to be a battle right here. Danny May is now breathing down the rest of the field's neck right now. As he goes to make the pass on Lassiter, they're going to be side by side coming into turns 3 and 4. Who's going to yield? They're going to be side by side coming down the back straightaway.
This is going to be fun.
Oh, you don't go too wide in the kink, and Danny May plays chicken and wins.
Plays chicken. Blazers Hot Wings, shout out.
Yeah. I want some wings for that one, Danny.
Yep.
And right now, just like that, Matt Lassiter gets to third, now back to fourth. Danny May, your new third-place driver. He's got Tyler Swan in his sights. You know, he is climbing the field right now.
You know, Danny's driving style reminds me of a younger Kurt Busch.
He is.
If we're going to be completely honest.
Start calling him M&M's.
No, that's the other brother.
Oh,
that's Kyle.
You're thinking, never mind. The monster, Danny May. The Iron Man. Oh, look at this. He thought about it for a second. Him and Tyler both shot to the inside.
We have different names for Kurt Busch, but none that I can say on air.
Yeah. Oh, and diving to the inside. Danny May gets the pass in turn 2. He's only got one more spot to go. Hard charger right now. He started all the way in 9th position. Has fought his way up through the field and now is breathing down the neck of the leader as they go 1-2 down the back straightaway.
So you see that group, roughly about 10 carts, just hard charge.
Oh, and here goes Swan to the inside. He's trying to get the position back, and he shoves May all the way to the outside. That lets Lassiter get by, and just like that, Danny May back in 4th position.
That was fast.
Oh, wow. I curse the announcer there. I start hollering at you, and bad things happen. So I'm gonna shut up for a minute here, Steve.
Okay, so we're not gonna talk about anybody. We're just gonna say that one cart.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that one cart is in the lead. That one cart that's a little bit slower than the rest of the carts.
Not what you want to have happen on the second to last lap, because the white flag is out. We have got one lap to settle this one. As Danny May again to the inside, gets around Lassiter, puts the squeeze on him again, and that shuttles everybody up behind him. A little bit of an accordion effect, 3 wide coming across the top of the hill. Danny May now back up to 3rd. Can he get another position? That's going to let Tyson pretty much run away with this one.
We come into the kink now. Lap car right in front of them as they enter the S's. This is going to be very interesting. Point by given by the slower cart.
And that is a very gentlemanly thing to do.
Yeah, this is going to come down to the wire here. When they crossed the line, it was Tyson, Tyler, and Lassiter.
And Tyson's got about a 3-4 cart length advantage right now. Look at Danny May, looks to the outside, looks to the inside. He's going to dip to the inside, coming through 14, and he gets around
Here
Tyler
comes
Swan.
Lassiter on the outside of Swan.
Oh, Swan might just lose the podium here. Let's see if he can hang on for 3rd. Danny May, oh, that was close, and Lassiter goes real wide.
They're going to be 3 wide for 3rd.
And Tyler Swan hangs on to the podium by the
hair of his chinny chin.
I was going to say the hair of his, yeah. I don't know if he had hair in his chin. He looked pretty.
I don't know if he did or not. I wasn't paying attention.
But
Tyson
man.
Swan, Danny May, Tyler Swan, Matt Lassiter, Adam Phillips, Ryan Curtin, Josh Smoker, Paul McKillery, Jose Garcia, and Chris Benson, your top 10 here in LO206 Masters. And let's see where the legends cross the line. So it's showing John Dixon be your first in Legends. Chris Collette should be crossing the line momentarily.
And there goes Gilbert, Thomas, and Collette should be next here. And, man, let's talk about that performance by Tyson Swan. He started on the pole, finished your race winner. I don't think he knew what was going on behind him.
I would hope he did not know.
Yeah, let's go ahead and play Tyson's.
We got Tyson's interview from earlier.
Yeah, it's from last week or last month.
No, it was from now.
Oh, from today. Oh,
it's
never
from
mind.
today. It was
here with the second Swan of the evening, Tyson Swan. Tyson, you're running the 116 in the Master LO206s today. We're asking your son, how is it today on the track?
Pretty good. The weather, we didn't know what it was going to do. If it was going to rain or not. But we've got beautiful sunshine. Track feels pretty good. I think it's going to get a little slick later on. It looks like the sun's going to make it that way.
So another question we have, we've been asking all the drivers this weekend. Your biggest rival is right in front of you on the last lap. You have the chance to win it, but you have to wreck them. Are you wrecking them for the win?
Depends on who it is. How about that?
That's actually what your son said. He said, if it's my dad, I'm wrecking him.
So, that's what I say. Depends on who it is. Him, I'm taking it to the fence. I'm winning. No, we don't race like that. We try to do it fair and square. I mean, it's going to be, you get down the last lap, you're going to make some moves you wouldn't normally make during the normal race, but the last lap is free for all.
All right, thank you. Back up to you.
That's for you, Will.
Yeah, hey, good job getting the winner before the race even ran, Steve. How did you know? Over 120 drivers were out here today, and you managed to pick one of the winners.
One of them. I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
Well, compared to last month's race, that was a beauty.
Yeah, that was way better.
That was what we expect out of the LO206 Masters.
That's not mayhem. No. Mayhem's coming up later.
Yes, no, that is our finale.
That's the actually, that is. Yeah,
no, they moved into the end. But you know what's crazy is since they've joined the LO Masters and LO Legends, they are almost our new Mayhem division because 29 cards taking the grid.
It's beautiful.
Yes, but
it makes my heart happy.
But with 29 cards, that means we got a lot of pickups to make after this one. So
time for the Will and Steve stand-up
hour.
That
means we're running out of
presented by Liquid Molly.
Yes, we don't have any racing action to cover on track right now. It's going to be the Will and Steve Power Hour.
Yeah, sponsored by Liquid Molly and Monster.
Go order you another menu item off of the Fuel Kitchen menu here.
I don't know. I'm not hungry right now.
Well, I could give my review because I actually came out here last week with a corporate group. I had my sales team out here, and we actually had the Italian.
Oh, okay, you had the full menu.
Yes, no, we had the full catering corporate group menu, and it was fantastic. And can't give enough of kudos to the guys here. Kinsley up here at the Kart building for taking care of us, getting us signed in. Brittany Nash up front, the events coordinator, getting everything handled for the catering. Had a great time. We brought about 40 people up here to race, and I did not realize my sales team was that aggressive. But, I mean, that's what you want on a sales team, right? Bunch of sharks.
Yeah, a bunch of sharks.
Getting it done.
I wouldn't know.
But a lot of those guys have never been here before, and it's always fun when you get to take a group of guys out to Atlanta Motorsports Park. Doesn't matter what you're doing, but you throw them in the rental carts, and you just seeing the smiles on their faces once they get done, just the pure joy of getting to get out on a track like this. The elevation changed everything. And not saying I pulled a power move and slightly suggested to the guys that they let us do a grid start, but they totally went out of character and let us do a grid start on our final run. Crew, everybody. We had such a great time. And if, you're watching this at home and you got a corporate group and you're in the Atlanta area, doing your summer sales meeting or, just want to kick off on a Friday and go have some fun, definitely come out here and do the rental carts. It's a fantastic experience.
55-mile-an-hour go-karting?
Yeah, can't beat it. Because most people, when you say, hey, we're going to go do some go-karting, they're
like, ooh, Andretti's.
Yeah, they're like, oh.
That place is a joke.
Well, no, they think like Malibu Grand Prix. They're thinking little 20-mile-an-hour,
electric carts.
Beachside, carts. But this is one of the most extreme kart tracks in the country, in the world. And definitely the fastest rental carts you can get in the state of Georgia. So if you're anywhere around the Atlanta area, definitely bring your group up here. They will take care of you. Awesome guys that work here at the track. One of the best crews, and I was here for over 6 years, and what they have right now is one of the best crews they've ever had running this track, running the facility. It's great to see all the advancements they're making here. The place is always changing. They got the wellness center up and running, the juice bar, as I call it.
The juice bar, yeah, that makes sense.
They've got all the solar project up and running. They got the lights back here. They got the EV chargers up front. I mean, this place is constantly changing, and it's great to see.
I've said this for years, and the only thing I wish that would complete the motorsports park aesthetic, I would say.
Loop-de-loop?
We need an oval.
Yeah.
Badly.
Roundy round.
A roundy round. Dirt or asphalt, either or.
I will say that is the one thing I love about Barnesville is they've got that oval baked into the track layout.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to see some oval kart racing that's not on dirt.
Oval dirt kart racing is
it's intense. It's intense.
You need to come up with me to Dogwood Speedway up in oh god, where's
But I want to see
Chatsworth.
some on-road oval kart racing because it's less forgiving than dirt. You can rub fenders on dirt, but
that's
in
fine.
asphalt racing,
asphalt it hurts.
Yeah, when you send it, you are committed.
Yeah, it's all or nothing at that point.
And they talked about maybe doing like a jelly bean loop or some kind of redneck rodeo. I forget what Jeremy called it.
We'll call it a redneck rodeo. I'm cool with that. Let me come up here and announce it. We'll have a grand old time.
And I think for a brief moment we were talking with Lanier about trying to do something on the quarter midget track.
God, I'd love it.
But that would be chaos.
That would be chaos.
You can only let about 4 carts on track at a time, but that would be
shifters running in circles like that. Oh my God, that'd be
terrifying.
We had
Daryl Killboy.com. He was our second drone pilot. He was out there, took his tag cart on the quarter midget track.
Quarter track?
That was funny. And it looks like our pickup vehicle just made his first drop off, and he went right back out.
He had 3 carts on there.
Well, it's always nice when you got company doing the ride of shame.
Yeah, that's always good.
Yeah, they should just hand each of those guys a pair of high heels so they can hold them on and cart them off track.
That might not go over well with some of these guys.
But definitely not the way you want to get your ride back to the pits. You obviously want to be under your own power. But, yeah, that was another addition they made to the fleet here. They made that custom-built kart recovery vehicle.
That and all the new vehicles. What is it, Bobcat is the new one.
Yeah, they've got everything.
So, yeah, it's going to be a second. You see the start man sitting down, so you know it's going to be a minute. There's another pickup down there at the bottom of the kink.
He was the one I was worried about during the race because he went down there right in the danger zone.
Highway to the...
Hey, you only get we don't want to get kicked off air, though. Kenny Loggins, the ghost of So we're going to take, before we get kicked off air, we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back with you momentarily. right, we are back at it after that recovery. Steve had to go run to the bathroom real quick. I had to dip into the ladies' bathroom because he was holding up the men's bathroom.
Yeah, let me tell you about it.
This isn't where I parked my car.
Wait a minute, I don't belong here. I could make so many other jokes, but
I'm
not
the
going
toilets
to.
look the same in both bathrooms. How are you supposed to tell which one's which?
Well, don't get me started. Anyways, lineup here for our junior final. This is the KA juniors. So we got Aiden Courtney, Luke Corman, Jesse Frazier, Lillian Rivera, Peter Jaquin, Cohen Walshy, Kayan Iyer, Isabella God, I mess it up every time. Isabella Mejia, Liam Odolin, I believe is how that's pronounced, Gabriel Lopez Velarde, and Ryan Perez.
Nice.
13 drivers.
I was just looking at that beautiful picture of your face on screen real quick.
Oh, did we accidentally
yeah,
plaster that
Mikey,
again?
I think Mikey alt-tabbed it there for a second.
Oopsie.
I don't think the viewers at home saw it, but I think everybody watching the Jumbotron saw it.
Oops.
And it looks like they are woed down, making their way down the front straightaway. I see a lot of smoke, so green flag must be out. Yep. And we are underway. 12-lap contest. KA 100 Junior.
Oh, big pile up there at the bottom of two. Carts over on top of each other. Waiting to see what's going to happen on course. That was a big incident in the bottom of turn two.
We saw, looks like they're okay. They got one cart out of the way, other cart getting pushed.
That's the 19. I believe that might be the 119 of Isabel Mejia. I didn't catch the number of the other cart.
Yeah, maybe we can see that on replay again. That was wild. He just got turned around just right, and like the flip truck in Fast and the Furious 6.
Oh, yeah.
He just went right underneath him. And right now, lap number one, crazy lap number one in the books.
Yeah, that was definitely something different. That was up towards the front of the field, too. Red flag's going to be displayed on track. So second red flag of the afternoon. We will go silent in the meantime.
We need everybody off the balcony, please. Everybody off the balcony. All right, we need everybody off the balcony. Everybody off the balcony, please. Spectators, please go inside. We need you off the balcony. All right, we are back underway, and you'll notice in the bottom corner of your screen, we've got the radar up right now. We are flirting with storms right now.
The Q Molly Hatchet flirting with disaster.
Yeah, you can see it's pretty much looks like it's hugging I-85 heading north right now, so we might get lucky.
So we are now moving to a hard-cut 10-lap final.
Yes, so they are going to try and get this race day in the books and finished.
They just came in and told us about the time we pulled up the radar. That radar was brought to you by Liberty Racing Review.
the LRR radar.
Radar.
Can't spell radar without LRR, or, well, something like that. I don't know. Anyways.
It's not our job to do that.
Yes. We are back at it. This is going to be they're going to let this one run to contention to the full 12. And a little bit of a scary moment there is another red flag during that opening melee coming into turn 2.
I believe that was the 19 of Peter Jarquin. Might have been the 00 of Aiden Courtney, but we're not 100% sure on that second driver.
And they got on top of each other, and it looked like he went to grab his leg. So I'm sure that cart just came down just right on top of him. So he was able to walk off track, but that was when he came down. Pretty sure it was a pure adrenaline as he was getting out of that cart. So hope.
Quick action there by.
Yeah, we've got the replay, so let's go ahead and show it real quick.
You can see this is at the very start of the race. As they come down into turn 2, it's just a big bundle of carts just all at once, and you see the flip and the land right there.
You know, we thought that number 19 cart was upside down from the angle we had. And now we are back to the live shot here as we are on lap 4 of this 12-lap contest. This will be the final 12-lap contest of the day because, as you saw earlier, we got the radar. Storms are coming, so we got to get this one run as quickly as we can, or else we're going to be here even longer waiting on tire changes.
Well, thankfully, I do not have any alerts popping up on my phone yet, but, knock on
Steve,
wood.
I am right here. This is the moment we're going to talk about. If it does rain,
the mayhem will ensue.
Yeah, well, then it'll really be LO206 Seniors of Mayhem.
I don't know how many carts registered in today, but I would assume it's at least 30.
And right now, Gabriel Lopez Velarde is your leader in the KA100 Junior Division. That's all we got on track right now is KA100 Juniors. I don't see any seniors listed on here.
I think they might have. I don't.
Ryan Perez, your second-place driver. Luke Corman in third. Cohen Walshy in fourth. Isabel Mija in sixth position as you're looking at your leaders coming down the back straightaway into turn 9. And they're running pretty close right now, 1-2, practically shoving each other through turn 13, coming up to that big blind sweeper, turn 14. And Gabriel Lopez Velarde turning the fastest lap of the race that last time by. Let's see if he can do it again this time by. They're getting the cross sticks halfway. Both drivers running pretty close. Gabriel Lopez Velarde, 54.357. Ryan Perez, 54.378.
You see them communicating with each other there on track.
Yeah, they are 2/100ths of a second off each other's pace right now. So this is about as tight of a race as you're going to get, folks.
The gap from Perez to Corman is just under 3 seconds.
And look at this, looking to the inside. Great camera work by our Cowboy station, Ethan Denny. Must have had a snake in his boots. I don't know.
It was
Scorpion climbed up his pants there.
Fighting a bumblebee. Oh, boy.
About to be some job postings.
If you or anybody you know.
We love you guys. Takes an army to make this happen. And right now, no change in position for the lead. Thank God we wouldn't have caught it. I got to stop.
Wow.
As your leaders go barreling down the back straightaway. We have fun here.
Yeah, we do. Equal employment opportunity.
Yes. We will razz on anybody. Come join our team. Gee. The Iron Dome, Mikey.
Too soon. Oh, boy.
And back to racing. Gabriel Lopez Velarde leads.
Not e-racing?
Ryan Perez. Yeah, it's looking like high racing right now.
No, I said e-racing.
Oh, e-racing. And they are still going to be 1-2 with 4 laps to go, 8 laps into this 12-lap contest. And there goes Lillian Rivera and Isabel Mija. They're off the bottom of your screen as we are back to following the leaders here. Gabriel Lopez Velarde, Ryan Perez coming through turns 3 and 4. Down the back straightaway. Great shot from our kink cam as they are hitting that back straightaway. One of the longest straightaways of any track in North America, getting these karts all the way up to top speed. These KA karts hitting almost 80 miles an hour as they come down that back straightaway into that heavy braking zone, turn 9. As they make their way through the S's, through turns 13, up the hill here through the big blind sweeper, turn 14. And right now, Perez is just kind of sitting friendly. I don't really know if he's sizing him up, if he already knows when he's going to do it, but time is going to be running out here. They're going to be 3 laps to go.
Now, I could be wrong here, but aren't Velarde and
look
Perez
at this, they are
teammates?
still, yes, they are still 2/100ths of a second off of each other's times right now. So these guys have been evenly matched this entire race. It's only a matter of time before Ryan Perez starts to shake things up here.
Yeah, their best times are just ever so slightly off of one another.
And looks like we're having a freeze frame there. And there go your leaders through turn 14. Perez thinking about it, kind of stuck it to the outside, but gets back in line here as they make their way through 16 and 17. Now they get the popsicle sticks, 2 to go. So we're really going to start seeing some of that action. Something's got to happen. Perez has just been riding in the draft this entire time. And he's only got about a lap and a half here to do something. Let's see if he tries to make a move coming down the back straightaway. And here he goes, looking to the outside. Oh, Gabriel Lopez Velarde hit that curb a little bit, lost a little bit of momentum, but Perez was right on his bumper, couldn't do anything with it. And they sucked up right into each other. A little bit of an accordion effect there. As they come through turn 14, it's going to be 1 lap to go this time by. Can they settle it? It has been this way all race. Gabriel Lopez Velarde, Ryan Perez, first and second. 1 more lap of racing to go. And still single file at the bottom of turn 2 coming up the hill. Let's see if he tries to make the run here coming down the back straightaway. He's got a little bit of a gap. That's going to give him some room if he does get the run. Let's see. And no, they're not going to do it coming into turn 9. There's only a couple of opportunities left to pass here. He looks to the inside. Perez not going to go for it there. Looks to the outside. Coming through 14, still not making the move. Looks to the outside again, coming in 15. And he shoots all the way to the inside there at turn 16 and 17 and not going to be able to make anything happen with it. And they're going to finish just like they started, 1-2. So Gabriel Lopez Velarde is going to be your race winner. Ryan Perez is going to be second place. Luke Corman crosses the line in third. Lillian, let's see, looks like.
I think that was Rivera. I don't know.
Isabel Mija looks like jumped it right there, but I didn't see them pass anybody.
I didn't see them
I didn't see them lap anybody, so I'm not sure why they're showing lap 11 for those guys. But it looked like right there at the tail end, Isabel Mija getting around Lillian Rivera. And we're missing 4th place, so
I don't even know.
I don't know if that's waiting for data or not.
Missing data?
But your top 3, Gabriel Lopez Velarde, Ryan Perez, and Luke Corman. That'll be your podium, assuming there are no penalties and these guys make it cleanly across Tech. And I see the recovery vehicle heading out. Oh, we got an interview coming up. Who do we got?
We're here with Cassie and Chipper. Chipper, you look like you're having fun today, buddy. You kind of cuddled up in that little bag. How you feeling?
You know, Steve, it's great.
Lick. So you like in the racing? You seem to be like a little puppy. He says bark, lick. Back to the people interviews. So are you just out here spectating today?
Yes, my husband's racing.
Who's your husband?
Corey Lindner.
All right. Well, what division is Corey running?
One of them.
The ones with the cars that go vroom vroom.
That's probably the best answer we've had all weekend. Good luck, Mr. Corey. Back up you guys.
Hey, back to you, Will.
Always love the doggo interviews.
I know.
Those
I have
are the
to
best ones.
Every time. It's a tradition.
I just want to do the interview for the dog.
Yeah, man. Today it's gonna be slick out there. You know,
we need to get the second mic out so I can just be behind the camera and do the narrating. We used to always tell the camera guys, when we're having the photographers out here, you got to make sure you get the dog shot.
Yeah, that's important.
Because track dogs are almost as important as the racing.
No, track dogs are more important than racing.
Yeah. Don't kid ourselves here.
The real content here is the track dog.
And so right now we are waiting on the recovery. And I just got a message from Sean Hayes, our membership director here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. He is running in the shifter division. Said, hope I have enough gas to finish the race. Drain the jug, will be close. So that's going to be a storyline to follow here. Does he have enough juice?
Training the jug. Back into power hour during this.
Yes, that's how you know we're running low on content. When we start making jokes up here. And we've only got 2 more divisions to go here. Let's throw that radar back up. Let's see how we're looking right now.
Sketchy.
Yeah, because Steve keeps showing me his radar. I don't know which one you're looking at.
The same one he's looking at. Got some warnings up there out of Alabama coming into, I think that's Floyd County up there.
And, yeah,
that's a solid sheet of red.
We are dancing with it right now, folks. You can see right there just north of town. We are right in between. Like, if you go due north of the perimeter, and that's assuming you know where we're talking about because this is the entire state of Georgia we're looking at.
The little shape up there that kind of looks like a small dog.
I don't know why I'm standing in front of the TV pointing. You guys can't see this at home.
This is why John needs to come back.
I know. We need our weatherman.
John would have done a professional breakdown and a walkthrough.
I'm nowhere close to being a chief meteorologist.
No.
I'm like
assistant to the assistant to the assistant to the assistant.
I'm like cadet meteorologist out here. Rookie junior meteorologist.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a fun.
Bring your child to work day.
Are you the child?
Yes.
All right, stay here. Don't touch nothing. Nothing.
You're gonna find out how true that is here. I've got an almost 3-year-old at home, Steve, and you cannot leave them unattended.
I'm terrified.
If it exists, they will find a way to try and kill themselves with it. Like, I turn around and my kid is literally balancing on the coffee table, trying to swan dive, into the other coffee table.
I haven't told you about this. So my wife gave me the green light that the day they turn 4, because we don't know the gender yet. We find out the 29th. The day that they turn 4, they're going quarter midget racing.
Oh, heck yeah.
With the Quarter Midget Georgia Association.
Hammer down MACMA. Get it done.
I've already got everything lined up and ready to roll. I've got a quarter midget ready to go. All they have to do is get in the seat.
So you're doing this big gender reveal party. What do you got planned? Are you gonna go set a forest on fire? Like, what's the crash an airplane? I've seen some good ones.
Oh, I got my buddy that has a C-130. We're just gonna.
Oh, heck yeah.
We're gonna buzz the track. We're gonna do it that way. No, I wish I could do that. I mean, I have those connections.
Of course, Al is lighting us up in chat right now, Dumb and Dumber.
You're not wrong, Al. Not wrong at all. But no, I don't know exactly what we're doing. We have no say in the planning of this. So all we know is that they're just gonna basically during the reveal. We don't know what's gonna be done. We don't know boy or girl. We sent the results off to my wife's best friend that lives on the other side of the state, and she's took a vow to not say anything to anybody.
So is this boy, girl, or I don't know if I can say it on air or not because, we did the early genetic testing when we found out. We found out at about 6 weeks.
That's what we did. We did the early genetics. But
We also did a secondary.
See, I was more worried about if my kid was going to have the tism or not.
Yeah, we did that too. We're good there.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
we're good.
He's got the same tism as his father?
Yeah, race cars. Lightning McQueen, go
race
fast.
Race tism? Yeah, I'm hearing. Yeah, our producer says it's neurodivergent is the new slang. What the kids are calling it.
Okay.
I can't say the R word on.
No. Race
on
car.
Air. Yeah, race car. That's the only R word we say up here in the booth.
Yeah, I'm flirting with disaster up here.
And when the mic's off, I use that word all the time with the crew here.
I think I called it the most out of the bunch. About to get an FCC violation.
About to get a Mikey violation. He's about to.
He's going to throw his Diet Coke at us.
Yeah, you see, my point exactly about struggling to spell his own name.
Mickey Mouse. Chase Elliott?
Maybe that's why you didn't get into college.
Did you catch that joke?
What? Oh,
Mickey Mouse.
Oh, yeah.
And then I followed that up with Chase Elliott, but, got to poke fun at Chase.
Hopefully he does good in Mexico tomorrow. We haven't talked about that yet.
I don't know. Daniel Suarez, I thought he was a goner.
Almost. Did you see that?
Did you see the – hold on.
Did you see the Bubba Watson video, the 1 day in Mexico?
Yeah, the Bubba Wallace. 1 day in Mexico, 2 days in Mexico, 3 days in Mexico, a week in Mexico, and it's him as Daniel Suarez.
That was funny. I spit my drink out when I saw that one.
Yeah, I reshared that like 5 different places.
And here we are, shifter division coming around. They should be coming to a full stop here. This is their warm-up lap. Get those tires hot, and then we should see that standing start out of those guys. And we do want to give a little bit of a shout-out to a couple drivers. Oh, KA Seniors. Oh, so we've got 2 more races left.
Yeah.
Oh, I see how they did it on my sheet here. I am neurodivergent, yes.
Green flag
Can't even read the sheet here. KA 100 Juniors are underway here at Atlanta Motorsports Park.
We can't even keep it straight through the first row. It's still June.
Yeah. Month of June. Very prideful response there, Steve. As they are single file coming down the back straightaway here. You can really see the speed of these karts as they come barreling into turn number 9 here, getting up over 80 miles an hour on that back straightaway. And as they make their way through the S's pretty clean.
Some names on here I have never seen here.
Yeah, Evan Santanillo, I'll let you pronounce that one. Evan Strauser, Christian Foster, Graham Jacobson, Austin Thompson, Vincent Capetillo, and Milan Yadev. And let's see where they shake out as we're getting our first set of times across the stripe here. Evan Santanillo is going to be your race leader. Evan Strauser in second, Christian Foster in third. As they all go up the hill right now. Austin Thompson just behind them in fourth. Graham Jacobson in fifth. Vincent Capetillo in 14th. And Milan Yadev rounding out your field. And right now they're staying fairly packed up right now.
That's
not something we're used to seeing here with the KA100s, but these guys fairly evenly matched right now. You can look at those times on the side of your screen, and between your top 6, about the weather.
It's there.
As your leaders come up the hill here at turn 2.
Coming through turn 3, turn 4. Still the 50 of Santanillo.
And Christian Foster right now with your fast lap of the race, 54.025, although I don't think that's going to stick for long.
No, these guys are moving.
And he makes the move there, coming down into second place, but about to get hit with the crossover.
Almost side by side, coming through the last little leg of the S's.
And yeah, he gave him
a little bit of head tap right there.
He said, good luck, see you next time. As that's going to allow your leader, Evan Santan, your leader. This is European style racing. I could say that.
Oh, boy.
I need you to help me pronounce that name. Santanillo.
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 I could.
I can't roll my L's like that.
I probably said it incorrectly. Spanish is not my second language.
And look at this. Austin Thompson trying to make the move on Christian Foster coming up the hill there. Fourth place, trying to peek into third, but Foster able to shut the door. And Foster falling back a little bit. He was trying to make the move on Strasser that last time by. And now he's kind of fallen off the pace a little bit as your race leader. Evans starting to pull away. The real battle right now is for second, third, and fourth. That's where we're seeing the most action as your drivers are coming through turn 14 here, through the backside of the track into the final turn. And a little bit of action on the inside. There goes Foster trying to make the move.
Going to be side by side when they cross the line.
And Foster gets it, and he's able to shut the door, gets around Strasser.
As they come down, Bird's in
and
second
that
again.
Same Bird. Big shout out to that Bird racing in multiple divisions today.
Yeah, he's doing his best. Or maybe she, we don't know.
Yeah.
Can't assume anymore.
And right now, we know birds can change sex.
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah, they can go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No. So first, second, third is what we're watching on screen. Closest battle here, I would say, is fourth and fifth. We haven't talked much about Austin Thompson and Vincent Capetillo, but both those drivers are right on top of each other.
Yeah, they are bumper to bumper right now.
It's less than a quarter of a second separation between.
And that's who you're looking on your camera right there, as you can see them coming down the front straightaway. Yeah, look at that, 1/100th of a second.
Yeah,
0.760, 0.750.
Yeah, that's close.
You could toss a blanket over those two as they are barreling up the hill right now, trying to catch the leaders. Evan Santanilio off to a pretty dominant lead right now. Although can't get too comfortable because, as we've seen, anything can happen. And we just hit the halfway point, as these are going to be shortened races. Oh, we got a driver all the way off, went real wide, sent it deep there in turn 9.
I think that was Strasser.
That might have been. We're going to have to see at the line, but he lost all the positions. So we're going to have to see at the stripe there.
I didn't see what happened. Did he just go wide?
Yeah, he just ran out of brakes and went up and over the rumble strip on the outside of that turn.
It wasn't Strasser.
I believe that was Capetillo.
Oh, tough break there for Vincent.
Yeah, real tough break for him. And it looks like Milan Yadev has pulled off track, because I didn't see him score a lap that last time by.
I didn't see him go by either. Oh, there he goes. He just pinged.
Oh, so he is real off the pace right now. And right now, your leader, Evan Santanilio, has got a 1.6 second gap over Evan Strasser right now. Santanillo. And right now, that battle for second place is really getting hot. As you can see at the top of your screen there, Foster all over that bumper of Strasser as they come barreling through 15 into turn 16 and 17.
One little mess up here, and Thompson could claim the third and final podium spot.
Yeah, and you got to keep that in the back of your mind. You know, you mix it up a little too hard and you take both guys out. That's not what you want to have happen.
Oh no, that's definitely.
Because right now they're both on the podium,
just in different spots.
Yeah, second and third. You know, obviously you want to get a higher spot, but you know we've seen this happen before. You put a bumper into somebody, you take both drivers out. You know, then you both lose. That's mutually assured destruction at that point. But right now, Foster all over the bumper of Strasser as they come through the S's. I think it's only a matter of time. He's going to have to make a move here. They're going to be 2 to go next time by.
Fourth, fifth, and sixth, they're just chilling in the background behind Foster. So that's Thompson, Jacobson, and Capetillo that you're seeing at the very tail end of your screen right now, just now coming into frame.
And they have their own little 3-pack right behind this first mid-pack, a second and third.
So 2 laps remaining, popsicle sticks in the air.
And Santanilio is off to the races.
Mikey's over there shaking his head because I think he said it wrong again.
I did. I will get it at some point by the podiums.
Maybe.
I just see Santa. And
Evan
then
Santa.
Nilio. And these guys are still bumper to bumper.
I'm surprised
they're running out of time here. He's going to have to make a move. You can see Strauser looking over his shoulder.
I'm surprised they have stayed this close for this long. This is usually not a division where they're bumper to bumper the entire race.
No, and these guys and he goes and makes the move.
White flag flies. Santanillo's got to make it around 17 more turns.
And Foster gets it there. He just beat him into the braking zone, just shot it in, went on the inside, which is normally what we're not used to seeing when they shoot it that deep, but he made it work. That cart just stuck to the ground. But now he has got a country mile to make up, and I don't think he is. He's going to have to just try and hang on here to second place as here comes Strauser looking to the inside.
Nothing there through the S's. Couple more corners to go.
As they are still single file coming through 13 up over the hill here in 14, that big blind sweeper.
Strauser.
Only 2 more turns. Let's see. They're through 15, 16, and 17. Is he going to try and get that position back? And I don't think he does.
So Evan Santanillo is our winner here. K100 senior, Christian Foster second, Evan Strauser third, Austin Thompson fourth, Vincent Capetillo fifth, Graham Jacobson in sixth, and I believe Milan Yadov will cross the line momentarily and take seventh.
Yeah, man, that was the battle for second and third. We were watching the majority of that race.
Like I was saying earlier, it's not very common that those guys are stacked on top of each other the entire race. Usually there's a bit of separation, but there was no separation the entire time. I think and
it's not that common they keep it that clean. That was very good racing out there.
Less than a quarter of a second of separation the entire race, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
Usually they gap each other. Usually it's a second and a half. No, not anything that close.
And now we're going to be on to the shifter division coming up next. I didn't see if there's any recoveries out there, so
I did not see either.
Might be able to get these guys out on grid and lined up.
I'm going to butcher this name.
I don't see that. He's sitting there. We just saw him on the screen. The recovery cart's just chilling up on pit out, so I think that's good signs that there's no recoveries.
Shifter division's got 5 drivers in it today, so I might mess this name up. I don't know. Will, if I'm wrong, I apologize. So I've got the 27 of Brennan Mielke. Is that correct? Mielke? Possibly. Oscheek the 4th in the 61. 414 is Sean Hayes. 577 is Oscheek the 3rd. And the 612 of Jake Fetters. That's our 5-cart shifter field. You guys remember, we will put those drivers in the grid after they get a hot lap, bring those carts up to temperature, line them up, and start them off of the grid.
This is my favorite race start of the day is the shifter class, so they do that standing start. And I really want to see them do a Le Mans-style start at one of these races. Because we got to see it that one time on broadcast when we had that karting enduro group out here. And we got to see, 25 guys run across the front straightaway into that Le Mans-style start. Was so cool.
25 guys.
There could have been some girls out there. I don't know.
I was going to go
25 drivers.
I don't know if you were catching on to what I was going to say.
I know, Steve. That was a softball.
Starts with ranch.
And some drone shots looking at the weather.
Let's pull that radar up one more time.
I don't want to jinx it, but I think we may, assuming LO206 is a mayhem, can
not
keep
mayhem.
it. Yeah, not mayhem, and just
That's not going to happen. So we see some warnings coming through Alabama. That's a strong front. But we are somehow missing it. I don't know how.
Yeah, we've been getting hammered at my house over in Buford all week.
It's been bad. That was a not confirmed, but confirmed. I was just watching the video of last night. If I had to guess, I'd say it's an EF0 tornado.
Over in Jasper?
Yeah, over in Jasper.
Jeez.
And what was it?
Well, they had one touchdown here at War Hill.
There was one, Saturday, I think? Monday? I don't remember what day it was. It hit right behind my house.
Daggum. That's been just about every day of the week. There's been
there's
bad storms coming through here.
It's been a rough summer so far. Usually it's not this bad, but we've turned into
All
Tornado
right,
Alley.
conspiracy hour.
The government's doing it.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
They're doing it to control us. They're controlling racing. They do not want us to race.
Well,
the RPM Act is trying to be passed.
What is it they don't want us to pay attention to, Steve?
I'm not going to say that on air. But
what do they have against us racing here at Atlanta Motorsports Park? They're trying to distract everybody.
Fuel.
There we go. Green flag. We're off.
In the middle of conspiracy hour. Only 4 drivers actually ended up taking the green. I'm not sure who's missing out. Did Sean run out of gas?
I don't know. I think he's still out there. I see him listed as 5th position, but we'll have to see. And looks like your 4th place or your 3rd place driver had some issues letting 4th place get around.
We'll find out when they cross the line. These guys move pretty fast.
And that's Jake Fetter in the lead right now.
That's one of the Oz's in 2nd. I don't see the 414 out there.
And I'm getting word from Al that it's Mielke.
Mielke. Okay, I was close.
Or Mel. I don't know. Meel is the phonetic pronunciation. So that is Jake Fetter, Oz Cheek the 4th, and Brennan Mielke. So that is Sean Hayes.
Ran out of gas.
And tough break for Sean. And he literally, Al sends me a video of how to pronounce Mielke.
Oh. Did he make it himself?
I don't know. He put a bunch of rainbows in there, so maybe.
These drivers going to turn the fastest times today here at Atlanta Motorsports Park.
The quickest way to upset anybody over the age of 50 is just mispronounce something or misspell it.
Yeah. I get mad about it. I don't understand.
I'm sure I'm going to turn into that, too. Once I hit 50, it's just going to be.
My name is very easy. Stephen Newbold.
Kids aren't even going to know how to write by the time I'm 50 because everything's going to be chat GPT and text to speech. So
yeah, graphic designers out of jobs because they're using chat GPT.
Back in my day, we used to write things with ballpoint pens.
And cursive.
And we liked it that way. Just like we like racing here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. As your race leader, Jake Fetter, coming down the back straightaway. He turned the fastest lap of the race that last time by, 49.743 seconds.
I guess that's probably the fastest time of the day overall.
Yes, and Oz Cheek is slowly closing that gap in right now. But Fetter, he's just off to the races from the start. So
I would hope
it's going to be an uphill battle for Oz Cheek the 3rd. And just behind him, Oz Cheek the 4th.
Well, technically, wouldn't it be a 40-foot elevation change battle?
Just about, yes.
See what I did?
I think 43 feet.
43 feet, is that what it is? Yeah, 43 feet, yeah.
Yeah, it's right there on the wall, Steve.
Yeah, sorry, I can't read. I graduated from Pickens County High School.
And there's that bird again. Dang, that's the 3rd race he's running today.
Bet you that bird's tired.
Yeah, I was saying, I thought Danny May was the real Iron Man out
Jose
here.
Garcia's Iron Man.
Well, there was that one time we saw Danny May running 3 divisions. I don't know how he did it.
No way I could.
Because Octane Wellness was not open, so he did not have access to an IV trackside
maybe
when he did that.
Maybe he had his own medic.
He'd have to. Or just some really good wings.
Yeah. Maybe wet lemon pepper.
Yeah.
It's a buffalo.
And right now, 4 laps in, about to be halfway next time by. These are going to be shortened races because of the incoming weather. So the race control made the call to shorten the rest of the races down to 10 laps over our scheduled 12 laps. I know Cowboy Cam Ethan Denny's happy about it because he's been out there sweating.
Yeah, I know.
Sweating it off.
I wonder how much water he consumes during a race time.
He's definitely going to need a Octane Wellness bag of fluids after this one. But right now, Jake Fetter.
Meanwhile, I'm up here chugging down some water.
Jake Fetter just turned another flyer, 49.512. Let's see if he's going to do it again this time, as they should be getting the halfway to go. A little bit off pace there, although so is Oz Cheek the 3rd.
Yeah, Oz is falling back into the 50s. Not by much. Roughly a 2-second separation between Fetter and Cheek. when they cross the line. It looks like it's a whole lot further, though, in the screen.
And some great drone work there from IllumiCube Engineering, Jeffrey Farver. He's been running solo here today. Yeah, I feel bad because I told Killboy it's probably going to be rain. You should probably just stay home. He was like, my tires are bald. Probably a good call. And, we could have used him today. But big shout out to him, Daryl Cannon. It's been a big part of this broadcast for the last 3 seasons, giving us those awesome FPV drone shots. And he did tell me he's not going to be with us in September, because he's going to be out safaring. He's got a trip planned to Africa with
cool.
with Lori Cannon with Killgirl. So I told him he better send me some.
I want to see the photography.
I told him he better send me some good pictures of him on safari, and then I'm going to feed it through AI.
And make it look
because
like
I just subscribed to the Gemini. So
okay,
be careful, Steve.
That's the new one, the Weaver Valley version.
VO3. So. Be careful.
I finally met
and
Weaver Valley like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, sick. And speaking of the VO3 model, not to cut you off there, Steve, but if you haven't seen the Yeti vlog that AMP put out this week.
That was hilarious.
One of the funniest posts I've seen in a hot minute. And big shout out to the social media team here for jumping on the trim. Yeah.
Okay.
For jumping on the trend and getting it done.
That was my first thought that's a good one.
Yeah. It's crazy what you can do with the AI. You can literally put an image in there.
Walking through the woods, about to go check. Oh my God, there's a racetrack here.
Yeah,
that's practically what it was. Which they're not wrong.
I told him the next one needs to be he needs to do Bigfoot and Yeti doing a karting enduro.
Somehow we're gonna get put in this.
Yeah, maybe. But you can take pictures of anything and throw it in there for source material. It's crazy what the stuff can do.
That's terrifying. I don't know if I call that crazy. I think it's more terrifying than anything.
Yeah, well, just imagine explaining to your grandparents about scam calls and now having to explain AI videos.
I mean, yeah, because there's always those fake, like, cat videos and people think they're real. Speaking of cat, we saw Kitty attack a cat. Oh, gosh. Kitty attacked Curtin earlier today.
Yes, we did.
Wonder if he's going to run in the senior division.
He was in Masters, so I don't know if he'll run again in seniors. But we'll see, as right now Jake Vedder just kind of running away with this one.
It's a 3-second gap now. It's got to be tiring after.
3.088 seconds between him and Ozcheek the third. And then on back to Ozcheek the fourth. It's about another 2 seconds, so I'm showing 1.833 between second and third place.
Roughly 5 seconds between third place and first.
Yes. And this is the kind of gaps we're used to seeing in two strokes, which is what makes that last race, a lot more interesting because of how tight they were the entire time. And to be honest, these guys are actually doing pretty good for a shifter race. We normally see,
laps.
Half lap, 3/4 of a lap between the leader and the person in last. And these guys are actually doing pretty good right now. But not a lot of passing action, not a lot for us to. Oh, we're covering the action right here, but we're most excitable when guys are side by side. So
yeah.
But
it's
Jake Vedder though with a dominant performance, taking the turn 13 for one last time here as he comes up the hill into 14. About to put a cap on a nearly perfect race here. Led it from start to finish. Started on the pole, won the pre-final, and now getting the checkered flag in the final. Jake Vedder is going to be your race winner. Ozcheek the third in second, Ozcheek the fourth in third. And Brennan Mielke is going to round out your field, completing all 10 laps. Everybody stayed on the lead lap. And should be no recoveries, so I think that means we're going to get lined up and get LO Seniors of Mayhem.
Somebody say mayhem?
Yes.
I like it. I love it. I need more of it. No
When are they going to let us race? We need to get out there and have an announcers race. Probably put us with all the kids. We'll still get beat.
Probably. I'm fat and out of shape. This is what happens when, I was out in the paddock sweating. I was skinny. You put me in here, and now I've gained weight.
Yeah, because you got a desk job, Steve.
Yeah.
Or booth job, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it.
Booth job.
And this is going to be one of our flag races because it is Flag Day, and we are celebrating here. So the winner of the race get to do a very patriotic victory lap with the American flag. Feelings of freedom intensify, Steve.
Somewhere, a bald eagle.
Can we get a chant going on the balcony here? USA! USA! I can't hear if they're following along, but
they might.
Love the patriotism here.
That'd be even cooler. Do one sick burnout.
I was going to say fireworks.
Fireworks, flyover, bald eagle screeching. This is when the bird should come into play.
Yeah. Chug a pint of milk at the finish, the victory lane.
I don't think milk would be the solution. We're in Dawsonville, Georgia. We are home to the Moonshine Series.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they could chug a quart of moonshine. That'd be kind of.
I'd be impressed.
You're not going to make it off the podium after that.
You're not going to make it to the podium.
Yeah.
Essentially, you're just drinking 110.
See, the real psychos are the guys that get up there and get the buttermilk or the strawberry milk after the Indy 500.
I don't understand that. Whole milk or nothing.
Yeah, well, I think they do the buttermilk just to prove how manly they are.
It just doesn't taste right.
But really, the guys that do the strawberry milk are just like, oh, what
insane.
Are you? Yeah. Like whole milk, chocolate milk, buttermilk, then strawberry milk. That would be my order.
I can't have strawberry. I'd die.
Yeah, and I would just sooner yield the victory to second place if they made me drink strawberry milk.
I'll take some chalky milk. Look at that.
Oh, beautiful slow-mo coming up the hill. Oh, put that on the recruitment ad. Gotta love it right there. That is, if racing go-karts in the hills of North Georgia isn't freedom, then I don't know what is.
Unrestricted race cars. I'm kidding.
And our director, Michael Lemon Drop Lane, really flexing his skills here on the control panels. We're still live, Steve. And it looks like we are getting some carts on track here.
Mayhem.
How many loaded up here? I'm seeing 23. So this is going to be a good field. And this is going to be our final race of the day, folks. So we appreciate if you've been sticking it out with us here today. It's been a pretty long day of racing. A couple of red flag incidents, been dodging storms left and right. But we are finally here. This is Steve's favorite race of the day.
It's the LO2 Seniors of Mayhem. 20 shows 25, but I think it's 24 carts. We're going to start from the numbers and names I've got. Ryan Forentino in the number 2, Grady Hughes in the number 3, Ashton Turner in the number 4, Wesley Bacon in the 06, Zoe Porter in the 07, Manu Yedla in the 14, Evan Santanillo in the 17, Sam Obrutsky in the 25, Evan Knox in the 34, Tristan Garberin in the 36, Louis Coroa in the 41, Graham Jacobson in the 44, Jaden Fowler in the 47, Logan Kowalski in the 52, Carson Craig in number 55, Caden Jarvis in the 84, Jacob Spencer in the 86, Leon Robinson the 3rd in the 103, Tanner Dickinson Hooper in the 104, Brandon Mobes in the 176, William Cantor in the 226, Danny May is running in this division in the 706, and Anthony Nunez in the 727. That is 23 drivers.
And I am curious to see if Danny May is going to be in the back or if that's just a scoring error here.
I think that's a scoring error because that's unheard of.
And a couple people to keep your eye on. Banu Yedla didn't know if he was going to be back this season, got injured last year. Didn't know if he was going to have a team to be on this year. Carson Craig in that number 55 cart got on the podium last time. Real happy to see him get the win there. And we are underway. Green flag is out. And I'll also say keep an eye on Zoe Porter as well. She is daughter of the boss, Jeremy Porter.
3 wide going into turn 2 on the first lap.
And look at this great shot of all these drivers. Keeping it clean there through the first couple of turns. Things should start to spread out here as they get single file. There is no going too wide through the kink.
No, everybody's going to single file here. First time through the kink, everybody single file like a big snake.
And that sorts the boys from the men right there coming through the kink.
Or the ladies from the girls.
Yes. And right now, saw a little bit of passing action there as we cut away from that last shot, but that was further back in the pack. And we will get some more accurate data for you as we get this first pass on the stripe. But Look at this. Everybody keeping it clean. What you like to see out here. I think they know the rain's coming, so not to mess around. That'd be a shame to start this one on slicks and have to finish it on rains.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
And we've seen it happen before. We've had the rain come in, had to stop the race.
Happened last season.
Yeah, and they had to change tires mid-race.
So, first time around, Ryan Florentino, Banu Yedla, Danny May, Sam Vretsky, Logan Kowalski, Anthony Nuez, Graham Jacobson, Grady Hughes, Carson Craig, Jaden Fowler, your top 10.
Yeah, don't trust those results on the screen right now. Looks like that's still up from the previous race. As right now, Ryan Florentino is your race leader. Banu Yedla, look at that. I was talking about him earlier. He's into second right now. Danny May in third. This is going to be a fun battle, three-way battle for the lead. Just behind them, Sam Vretsky in fourth, Logan Kowalski in fifth, Anthony Nunes in sixth, Graham Jacobson in seventh, and Grady Hughes in eighth position. That's going to be that front pack we're looking at right there.
Roughly the top 10.
And here goes Banu making the move, gets around Florentino, and Florentino's getting freight trained.
He's all the way back to probably fifth or sixth by this point.
And, oh, man, not what you want to see happen. He makes a little bit of contact there with fourth place. They were bumping fender pods as he's able to finally get back in line. And look at that, Banu Yedla is your new race leader.
That's a name we haven't called in a hot minute up front. Banu Yedla.
I am low-key rooting for Banu right now. I might
no,
be.
No
I might
favorites.
Be.
No favorites.
No favorites. Yeah, but I might low-key be a homer during this one.
Are you Mikey Waltrip?
Yeah.
Or Daryl DW in the booth with Mikey up front?
But he is going to have a mountain to climb here as he's got Danny May, Sam Vretsky, and Logan Kowalski right behind him. Those are three drivers that are not easy to stay ahead of as that train comes barreling down the back straightaway into turn 9. You know, I'd say if there's any driver that's got the most amount of laps on track, it's probably Banu.
Banu, yeah. Banu or Danny.
And that's, well, I mean, he definitely has the most laps in a rental car.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about
out here running laps upon laps upon laps. A little bit more of a shakeup there, third and fourth position, going back and forth here.
And it looks like Danny May got around Banu. I see
Banu
that silver helmet.
Banu might have been shifted back to fourth, maybe fifth now at this point. Can't tell.
And, yeah, that was Banu that got hung out there. So he lost 2 positions. The dang curse of the announcer there, Steve.
And
Banu looked like fourth place getting to his bumper, but he's in position on the inside. He should be able to hang on to this as he leads fourth and fifth through turns 4 and 5 as they come down the back straightaway.
That group of 10 is now all spread out. First two, Danny May and Seb Vretsky, all by themselves.
And here goes Sam, tried to make a move.
The group right behind them moving in really quickly.
And right now, they should accordion back up here. If Danny and Sam are smart, they're going to work together and try and keep a little bit of this lead. Because if they start fighting each other, that pack's going to catch up real quick. And, look at that. Fourth place, almost getting into the bumper there. That was
Logan Kowalski.
Yeah, and he was putting a fender up on Banu. These guys are fighting hard right now. That is the cutoff line for the podium. And you can see all these guys are really shaking it up. They, really any one of them's got a chance right now as we got another pass for the lead. Sam Vretsky makes the move in turn 1. Is able to get around Danny May as they come diving into turn 2. And here's a challenge for third place. Anthony Nunes trying to get around Banu right now. Not able to make it happen as Banu's able to hang on to that third position.
Vretsky jumps out front over Danny May. Banu Yedla still running third, leading that charge of 5 carts. It's going to be close coming into the S's.
Here goes Nunes. He's to the inside of Banu. He's going to have position coming into turn 9. Is he going to overshoot it into the braking zone? Maybe see a crossover. No, he's able to get around and shut the door. So your new third place driver, Anthony Nunes. That puts Banu back to 4th. And Banu's got to be getting a little frustrated. Went from leading the race now to 4th place.
So this time by should be the halfway flags. 5 laps in, 5 laps remaining.
And here they come out of turn 17 and down the front straightaway. Your new race leader, Sam Vretsky, officially scored in first. Danny May in second. Anthony Nunes, look at that, running the fastest lap of the race that last time by, and he just shoots it into third. And that was Banu
on the inside there,
and he knifed it and got in front of Nunes, so he's back into third. And look at that, Nunes goes real wide. He's going to lose a couple more positions.
He's all the way back to about 7th or 8th.
And Banu, just as quickly as he lost it, got that third position back. Although right now the battle for first is heating up as Danny May is shoving Avrutsky down that back straightaway.
Now there is gap here, about half a second gap between first and third. I'd say, 5-6 cart lengths?
Yeah.
Separation.
And if these guys don't start working together, first and second are really going to pull off, as looks like that train starting to form behind Banu. Graham Jacobson and Logan Kowalski giving each other the shove as they've caught up to Banu. Oh, and here, looking to the outside, there goes Kowalski trying to make the move on Banu. He's going to have position. Oh, I think he just barely touched the fender there. Had to get off the gas, and he lost a position with that.
Yeah, Banu's lost some speed, too.
I think all three of them did because they made contact coming out of turn one.
Catching back up, that's Ryan Forentino that's going to catch that group.
And he was your race leader. He was your pole sitter at the start of this one. Tough break on that opening lap. He just hung himself out to dry trying to get position.
I still think it's a little early.
Well, we are 6 laps in, 4 to go.
With LO2s, you never know what'll happen.
No, anything could happen. But the real battle right here is this first mid-pack. Banu Yedla leading the group in third place. Logan Kowalski right on his tail.
Looks like we have an incident somewhere on track. I see a waving yellow
I think
flag.
that was at the top of 2, so there's got to be somebody turned around at the bottom there. Let's see if they're still waving yellow here at the start-finish. And no. So it's got to be somewhere here in 2. Oh, we got a driver off. That looked like turn 9.
That is the 86 of Jacob Spencer. Was running, apparently, it shows 17th, but I think he was higher than that.
But right now, first and second, still keeping it fairly calm. Danny made the move, got around Avrutsky. Avrutsky got back around, and they've just kind of settled down the last few laps.
No mayhem as of yet.
Well, I think Danny's just sitting and waiting. He's not going to give him once he passes him, he's not going to give him the opportunity to do it again.
Is he going to give him the old Blazers hot wing one, too?
Yeah, he might go Blazersing past him. I don't know. We'll make it work.
Me too.
And we are just about to hit the 5 o'clock hour here. As you can see, those clouds starting to get a little angry there off the back of turns 16 and 17.
2 laps to go. Popsicle sticks.
Oh, he gives him the bump. He lets him know he's there.
It's time. Gloves are coming off. Banu Yedla's in third. Fastest time, that time by 102.114.
And they're going to be side by side up the hill. Forentino trying to make the move on Banu right now.
If they would work together instead of battling right now, I think they could be contenders.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure that's what the leaders want to happen, is let them scrap it up behind them. And that gives them plenty of clean track ahead. But right now, look at that. Danny May all over the bumper of Avrutsky right now as they come into turn number 9, 10, 11, 12 here through the S's. Right past Ethan Denny there at Cowboy Cam.
Avrutsky looks back trying to see exactly what Danny May is going to do. Enter turn 14 into 15. Make their way through turn 16?
I don't know. Only going to be 1 lap to settle this. White flag is out.
Avrutsky up front. Danny May right behind him. Banu Yedla holding off that final podium in third. They come down through turn 1 and turn 2. No moves yet made by any of the top 3.
Oh, and here goes 4th place, Forentino. He thought about it, but dipped back in, single file behind Banu. As they are going to be still single file coming down the back hill. Opportunities to pass are running few right now. Less than half a lap to go as they come down the back straightaway. And here goes Forentino to the inside of Banu. Might be a move here for second and third, or for third and fourth. But Banu holds strong, and he's able to keep at it. Shuts the door, and I think Forentino lost a little bit of momentum there. That's going to give
Danny
Banu.
May. He's poking into the inside.
Hey, look, he's going to the outside.
This is going to be a close finish. Late braking here is going to determine this race. He's going to do the under over.
And let's see if he's going to be able to make it happen. No. And he is going to stay single file behind Avrutsky. So that's going to be your 1-2. And check that out. Banu Yedla hanging on to third place.
Top 10 when they came across the line. Avrutsky, May, Yedla, Forentino, Jacobson, Kowalski, Nunez, Craig, Hughes, Dickerson, Hooper,
That is your top 10. They're still rolling across. So we got Cantor in 11th, Bacon in 12th, Garberine in 13th, 14th goes to Fowler, 15th Turner, Zoe Porter finishes 16th, Centennial finishes 17th, Mobes finishes 18th, Knox 19th, Jarvis 20th, Spencer 21st, Karoba 22nd, Robertson the 3rd did not start.
And that was a pretty clean race there, Steve. You know, a couple drivers off there, but relatively pretty good on contact that time. Everybody keeping it clean. That's what you like to see, especially with how the day got started here. Those couple of red flag incidences.
Those are wild.
But right now it is Flag Day, so we are going to give the winner the flag here, the American flag, get to do their patriotic, called a freedom lap.
Is he going to do a Polish victory lap, or is he going to? No, he's just going to.
I'm sure race control would have a stroke if he did a Polish victory lap. And you can see the fans cheering him on down there. And well, it should come in your camera view here shortly. He's soaking it all in right now. Doing it for America, which you love to see. I can't sing the song I want to sing.
America.
You know exactly what I'm going.
Coming again to save the day.
Freedom is the only way.
Terrorist, your game is through. Because now you got to answer to America. Heck yeah.
Why don't we do this every race day? This is beautiful. I love this. I cannot stand up right now.
We did so the last big race day that I did was with Southern Nationals, and it was a pyro show. We set off. It was like $17,000 worth of fireworks.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was beautiful. 4 wide salute fireworks going off in the
awesome.
background. It was beautiful.
I got in trouble last time I did a fireworks show here.
Did you spend too much money?
I might have. Oh, what happened? Apparently something went on after the race. Yeah, roll it up here. Let's see.
Oh, that's not good.
That's why carts was the Jeffrey Farver. Why don't carts have 6 wheels?
That's not good.
The one time we had Jeff Farver guest announcer, I think it was our highest viewed broadcast too.
Was it the conspiracy theory hour?
Yeah, well, because we had no drones, it was raining, so we just brought Jeff in the booth, and I guess the reason we got so many followers that race is because nobody was outside doing anything. But
yeah,
for some reason we had like 10,000 people tuned in to watch that broadcast. I still to this date haven't pulled numbers like that. I don't know. It was literally Mikey and Jeff just holding it down.
Maybe me and you need to fly drones and produce and.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to see me producing.
You don't want to see me fly a drone. My colorblindness
we're
does not
doing
work.
what we're good at.
Yeah. Rambling.
Yeah. And that's going to do it for us here today, folks. We got to go ahead and get this one signed off because we got a bunch of gear we got to pull out. About to get rained on. So, I don't know. Do we have a beautiful drone shot to end this one with? There we go. For all of us here at Atlanta Motorsports Park, myself, Will Rigdon up in the booth, Stephen Newbold, all the crew, Michaela Denny, Mikey Lemon Drop Lane, Ethan Denny, Davey Lane out there on Tower Cam.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's one of those two. It's one of Mikey's brothers. All the corner workers, safety crew, even Jeremy Porter was out there, track owner, wrenching on carts.
Hey, he was working in the restaurant earlier.
Yeah, he's doing everything. I saw him flipping burgers. I think he made that pimento cheese sandwich you had.
Great burger.
But big shout out to everybody, to everyone that works here. What a great, fantastic program they do at Atlanta Motorsports Park. Couldn't be prouder to be a part of such a special group of folks here. And we all get to share the passion of racing, and we love doing this. We're here for y'all. And that's going to do it for us here. Round number 4 in the books. Catch us again next month. We'll be back at it for round number 5. So long, everybody.